class with a smile for hours at a time. Stare at the ceiling while I hold back what's on my mind. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine. Fact is, I can never get off of my mattress. And all that they can ask is, why are you so sad, kid? Why are you so sad? That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. So you can see I'm trying, you won't see me crying. I'll just keep on smiling, I'm good. And it just keeps on piling, it's so terrifying. But I keep on smiling, I'm good. I've been caring too much for so long. Been comparing myself for so long. Been wearing a smile for so long. It's real, so long, it's real, so long, it's real. Always being judged by a bunch of strange faces. Scared to go outside, haven't seen the light in ages. But I've been places, so I'm okay-ish, so I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay, bitch. The fact is, I need help, I'm failing all my classes. They think that I need glasses. I just really wish that I could pass this. Wish that I could pass. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. So you can see I'm trying, you won't see me crying. I'll just keep on smiling, I'm good. And it just keeps on piling, it's so terrifying. But I keep on smiling, I'm good. I've been caring too much for so long. Been comparing myself for so long. Been wearing a smile for so long.
Okay, here's the thing, right, friends? This was a last minute thing. I was about to go to bed and I'm just like, but what if I streamed? I haven't had a late night stream like this since I stopped working, I guess. I think, maybe. I mean, I've definitely started streaming earlier and then stayed this late, but I haven't started at 11 and I went off for whatever long, you know? Not really. Okay, imagine having a good sleep schedule or about to have a good sleep schedule and then decide to stream instead. That right there is commitment for what though? For what? I don't know. But I was about to go to sleep. It was like, but furry game, you know? And I just bought it, so like why not, you know? So I decided to go for it, you know? Kara's Twitch? Why Twitch chat? Hold on. Why Kara's... Wait. Why am I going to Kara's Twitch chat? Why are you making me do this? Wherever the hell... Her thing is. One sec, friends. One sec, friends. Maybe my skin would be thicker if I lived in a house with no mirrors. I'd be louder. I'd be honest, probably wouldn't be self-conscious. I'd go to a party. And of course, the second I start streaming, Mom comes in asking for help for something. So I gotta go do that. Give me a second. Let me go. Where the hell is Karen? You know what? I'll just. You know, I follow way too many people. I'm not going through my followers list. When. Yes. Alright, I'm in the chat room. What's up? Oh my god, what the frick? Why is that a thing? You know? I'll think about it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. And I'll think about it.
If I lived in a house with no mirror, where the walls didn't talk back at me, maybe I'd dream a bit bigger if there was nothing to see. If I lived in a house with no mirror, where the walls didn't pick me apart, maybe my skin would be thicker. If I lived in a house with no mirror, I wonder what I'd be like. Yeah, I wonder what I'd be like.
Okay, now I'm back, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That is a very funny command. I'm gonna be honest. So, fine, I'll make it a command.
I know you got the best intent.
But you are to not spam it every time you're in chat, please and thank you.
Find the right words to say.
I don't even know why Kara has that as a freaking... I didn't even know that was a thing. But anyways, just redeem the points whenever you can, and I'll go for it.
So tired sitting here waiting. If I hear one more, just be patient.
Just make sure I copy that.
It's always gonna stay the same.
Turn that off. I actually don't know how loud this is. Might be a little too loud. Okay. Where it's Nightbot. I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? Nat! You have indeed summoned Nat. That is a thing. Alright, let's see how loud this is. Probably still really loud, but we'll see. Nat, I love you more. Now, imagine I just didn't spell it right. I already did it, but it's okay. Alright, let me know if that's a little too loud for you guys. We'll see. Okay, so... Speed up time. Safe zone. I don't know what this means. Preferences? Okay. I love that command. I'm scared of that command. The music is nice already. New fave command. Oh no! I should actually put a timer on that command. 1 sec. Not to let it be spammed. Okay. That should be enough. Alright, I don't know why there's a continue button, because I have not even opened this game yet, so... The timer doesn't apply to you, Burden, but if you abuse it in any way, we're gonna have to have a serious talk, okay? A serious talk. Is that a knife? Enjoy your adventure. Choose wisely. Now, is there voice acting? Because if there's voice acting, I don't have to do it. And that would be nice. Broke the mod of Quack Quack.
The rebellion is in shambles.
The rebellion's
With
in
the
shambles.
loss
There's
of
no
their
voice acting.
leader, they are struggling.
Oh, no, there is. My
But this
headset was
defeat
really
was
low.
not without a victory of its own. For in his final moments,
I'm good,
he
Quack Quack.
secured an artifact of great importance. This blade was paramount to the Triumvirate's leadership of Alestia. And without it, their tyrannical grip on the people
Now, what if I just don't pay attention and not know what's happening the whole time I play this
Give
game?
their Grand Inquisitor one simple order. Destroy the rebellion and retrieve the lost blade of the Triumvirate. But Dormek, the new leader of the rebels, has set other plans in motion. Hiding the blade in
Damek?
Valinor, he is confident that it will be protected.
Fully voice acted?
This
Fuck yeah.
sheltered
I don't have to read
hand
anything.
is now
Thank
custodian
God.
to the weapon that would liberate the world. And
LOZ?
so,
Oh, Legend of
we
Zelda.
met with a gruesome fate by the
Yeah.
Triumvirate and their Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor. I'm gonna be honest, I did not understand any of that. I saw some of the art for this game, and it's so pretty. I literally died. Oh, it is a knife, I think. Like a tool knife thing. Do I click? I click. Do I? I clicked. It's slowly fading away. I know how to play this game. Look at the knife. You lied to me, Nat! I have to read! Everything is burning. I can do little to stop it from spreading. Unless it's just whenever it's me talking. If it's me talking, I'm probably have to read it. An immense pain assaults my... I can't read! Fuck, it's like... No. I throw my face into my hands. The same question repeatedly plays in my mind. What am I doing here? I have no knowledge of what happened up to this point. Okay, I said it was fully voice acted when I looked it up. Fair, fair. I was struggling to fill in the blanks, not getting any headway. It was almost like, until this exact moment, I never existed. Shit! We're getting, existential out here. Then why is it now that cognition has found me? Was there something I could do to put out these flames? Or perhaps was I the cause of this inferno to begin with? A foolish thought, and one I throw away. If I was responsible, then I wouldn't feel this sense of dread. An emotion shared by those who stand beside me.
Come on, pick up the pace. If we waste any more time, we won't make it out alive. There's no way the Elder would let me live that one down.
Hoy. Okay, you're not wrong. It is fully voice acted. It's probably just whenever I'm talking. I feel like she's escorting me and I should follow her. Could it be that she's been tasked with my protection? I grasp at the straws that are the memories of in my mind. I'm only able to latch onto one. It's the title that I go by.
Are you even paying attention?
Do I want to be male or female, guys? There's no non-binary. Do I get to pick what I look like? If that's the case, I want to be a guy.
I
We'll do
know
that.
who you are, Seer. Did you eat your hat or something?
She scoffs as she turns away. But I know she's right. I'm not taking this seriously. It feels like a dream, and I doubt that is all it's happening. I know how to read. I'm not Jared. I'm not 19. I know how to read. A few moments later, a sudden sensation startles me. There's a firm grip on my shoulder. We aren't alone. Underneath the veil of fright, I turn to greet the second stranger.
Valessa has our safety in mind, okay? Forgive her hot-headedness for me. Freedom isn't too much
Vanessa?
farther.
Vanessa? Vanessa? Vanessa.
We need to stay calm and think this through. Two guys like us, we should have no problem. We'll be safe and sound before you know it.
Look at that. We're strong, mighty men. The mightiest of men. We weave through the houses and alleys to remain unseen. Houses and alleys? This thing's burned, bro. Doing our best to be completely silent, we bring no attention to ourselves. The flames encourage our urgency, but we're careful not to be fast or reckless. Ooh, manly. Always manly. Our silence makes everything else more prominent, however. Good morning! Good morning! Oh no! The screams of those being slaughtered fill me with a feeling of dread. We need to find cover, and Vanessa points out a small alcove waiting nearby.
Look, they're dying because they panicked. We need to stay calm and think through this together. If we freak out, we'll only end up like them, you know?
I understand completely, Vanessa. It's totally not because you're really pretty. Whew. I don't know. How was your nap? I'm gonna be honest with you. You weren't a voice of reason, so I started streaming. I asked another voice of reason, and their reason was very, very persuasive. Just saying.
She has a point. Our first instinct was to run, but so was theirs. We should let them face the brunt of this attack.
Wait, so we're letting them die to buy us time? Good idea. Let them soak it up for us. There has to be another way to do this. How is that neutral? Choices are hard, friends. I don't want him to die to buy his time. Do I want to be empathetic in this? Do I want to be sad for other people, or should I be cold? Good idea. Let them soak it up for us. That's sus. Make a choice. I'm bad with choices. I'm too nice.
What else are we supposed to do? We're not equipped to take them on alone.
Why would I be against streaming? I don't know. Dude, I don't know.
But using them like
I made a choice, Gray. Are you proud of me?
the people of Valinor deserve more than that.
Do you have any better ideas? If we try to save them all, we'll die.
Look at them being
I'm here to protect you
angry.
two, not kill you.
My suspicions were correct. Ulrich is the one protecting us. But why exactly are we a higher priority than the civilians? I venture a guess that we're currently in this Valinor. The pain in my head pulses again and I stumble back. As I let out a groan, Ulrich brushes over to my side. His the concern is now understandable.
It must be the smoke. Make sure to sit down. The lower you are right now, the better. Are you having trouble breathing?
No, not at all. I shake my head and let him know that it's not the smoke. This causes Vanessa to chime in, voicing her concerns as well.
Yeah, something else is going on here. He's been acting strange for a while now.
Hey, Kat! How you doing, my friend?
Is there something you need to tell us?
I don't know what's going on right now. I can't seem to remember anything. I can't remember anything!
Did some debris fall on your head back there? I'm starting to side with Valessa on this one. Come on,
Valessa.
time to gear you up.
Lucas! Guys. Hi. Hello. Hello, Lucas. How's it going for everyone? How's life? Currently, we're playing a visual novel, a furry visual novel. I am a strange guy in this strange land that doesn't remember a thing, and these two seem to know who I am. And we're currently trying to maneuver through a burning village, for whatever reason. He steps away for a few moments and inspects the ground around him. There's a brief period where I can't see him, but he returns with a blade. The fire causes it to glisten, almost like it's begging me to take it.
I don't care what's going on in that head of yours, but it's not more important than your survival. We're all overwhelmed. It's not just you.
He held out the blade, expecting my compliance. At this rate, it seems like fighting may be inevitable.
We won't be standing here forever. As soon as we leave this alcove, we'll be vulnerable. I can't take care of you all the time, you know.
Damn! No, fuck you.
Now, that's what I like to hear. feel
I'll
better if
protect
you have
myself
something to
then.
fight with. Valessa has her daggers, but you had nothing.
I grab the blade and swing it a couple times, testing its weight. Seems good enough for me, and I wouldn't have any problems using it. So the far cry from a massive blade that Ulrich carries.
Now then, it's time to move. Seems like some of the noise has finally died down. We should start by investigating the town square.
Everything is burning down! What do you mean investigate? He walks off expecting us to follow along, but as I'm about to take a step, Valessa grabs my arm. The look on her face tells me something is wrong.
You are confused about all this, right? I bet you don't even know what being the seer means, or how we've known each other for our entire lives.
Look at the ground too in both shame and confusion. Shame? It's not my fault that I don't know where the fuck I am and who I am. She's completely right, my head is a mess. As I try to think of an excuse, her response surprised.
That's normal, but please listen. We only have a few moments
Normal?
before Rick notices we're not there. The seer is special. You wield spirits to induce.
You know what the seer reminds me of? It reminds me of that book where like no one can see color except one person, and like no one has memories of the past except one person. I think it's like the Giver. There it is. I remember. Y'all remember The Giver in like middle school or high school, depending on certain things. I think I had it in like, I think I read it like 9th grade. I'm not too sure. I just played the first session of the RPG I'm playing with my friends, so it's been a good day. We love that. How did it go, Lucas?
When you have these visions, you're unable to remember anything. When you wake up, you'll dismiss it as a dream and forget it ever happened. As your scribe, it's my job to help you take advantage of this.
A scribe. Nice intellectual reference. The intellectual, yes. Sure, we'll go with that.
We have to follow Org now, but know one thing. The way you're acting, I'm certain this is a vision. That means you can use it for information.
She takes a few steps closer to me and grabs my hand. It was nice, almost killed a civilian, but you know what happened. Oh, already your first session and you almost killed a civilian? That's crazy. Staring right in my eyes, I noticed a glimmer of hope shining within her.
I'm relieved. This means Valinor is still fine. When you wake up, use this vision to save everyone. It's your duty as seer to ensure this doesn't become real.
Let's go with my hands and follows after Ola. Though it's hard to believe what she said, I'm less confused. I finally had a reason for why I felt so disconnected. Disassociation? Wow. But if this was a vision, then what would become of Ulrich and Vanessa? Would all of this carnage be undone as soon as I woke up? What if they died, or what if I died in this vision? I follow after Vanessa, realizing I might never know. But a faint sense of determination rises up within me. If there was a chance I could stop this, I had to do it. Look at the knife! Woo! Woo! Oh. Oh, look how pretty! It's a castle. In the present day, the triumvirate conspires with their great inquisitor for the events that led to Valinor's destruction had yet to be set in motion. Sophie knelt before his masters, more eager to serve than he had ever seen before.
Rise, Sophie, but please assure us of your certainty. We hate to act without knowing everything.
The prisoner mentions Valinor over and over. The rebels are hiding something of importance there. Along with recent events, we can only surmise one thing.
The Blade of Exodus.
I am almost certain. But if that's where they've chosen to hide it, it means that our other target is also there.
Me? Not me. Don't talk about me like that. I don't exist. Don't talk to me or my children.
Pleases us, Sophie. Your plan was risky, but it worked out in the end. A final interrogation would influence our decision further.
You'd have me interrogate the prisoner once more. If I may be so bold, to what end do you request this?
Not you, Sophie. We want your apprentice to do this. It is time for him to prove his worth.
I'm the only one confused. Their voices echoed loudly through their darkened chambers. It mattered not which triumvirate spoke, for they were all of one mind. With a clear irritation in his voice, Sylvie did his best to stay calm.
My apprentice? I've told you many times I want to work alone. It would be more efficient for me to do this myself.
Then go back to sleep, Emerald.
Insubordination. This is unbecoming of you, Sophie. We demand that you obey.
Triumvirate.
The role of Grand Inquisitor can be very dangerous. If we were to lose you, a replacement would be necessary. You
Triumvirate?
must train this replacement while you still breathe.
As you command.
I don't like it. Turned his back to the triumvirate and spotted his apprentice. He was standing by the door listening to their conversation. If he'd heard of Sophie's distaste for him, he showed no concern.
Interrogation.
This
And
guy?
What would you have me extract?
I like your swords.
I thought the prisoner was at his wit's end.
Anything to confirm our suspicions about Valinor. If you fail, I will not hesitate to punish you. Remember what we're on the verge of.
I understand, Master. I'll do my best to get you what you need. What are the...
I love the
limits when it
art!
comes
It's
to
so
my
fucking pretty.
approach?
Keep him alive, Helen. I find that
Helen?
psychological pain is the
Helen.
most valid approach. He cares more for his rebel allies than he does for himself.
Damn.
Then I will threaten the rebellion's very core.
Don't you talk
I'm
about my
grateful to have
rebellion.
this opportunity, Master. Things are starting to line up well for me.
Three-way alliance, three major power leaders leading together.
They tend to do that when you have the Triumvirate's blessing. We should take care of this immediately and catch them unprepared. Every moment we waste is a moment they gain, Halen.
Halen. Okay. They leave the room together, talking amongst themselves. The triumvirate waits until they're gone before speaking. A faint smile on their faces, as age-old plans come to
So
fruition.
it's finally going to happen, isn't it?
Where's the
What have you
smile?
been waiting for all these years. Do you think we should tell Sophie our true plan?
You better be nice to Sophie. I like Sophie. Usually goes bad and ends with the group killing each other. You know, you're probably not wrong. Halen entered the prison cell without Sophie at his side. His master remained outside as a pseudo-display of trust. But it was evident to Halen that no trust existed. The prisoner looked up, surprised to see a different face. Yet within him was still a slowly dwindling hope. Cut off from the rebellion, these would be his final days.
So, someone different has finally come. What are you, the executioner or something? I figured it was only a matter of time.
Actually, Sophie said to keep you alive. You seem to underestimate your value, Shane.
Shane. All these weird names and there's Shane.
You think I'm important? That's not what I expected to hear.
Don't take it the wrong way. You must not know what I meant.
I think it's just the lighting. Well, the way they were drawn, they're both pretty pink. He knelt down in front of the prisoner. With a sinister smirk, he tried to intimidate Shane.
You're important as a bargaining chip.
Damn.
And the fact I must keep you alive is a curse.
Rip.
When I'm through with you,
It's kind of disrespectful.
you'll beg for death.
Now, that was interesting, though. Oh, by the way, guys, I changed the colors of the channel point rewards, and now they actually look decent, like aesthetically pleasing, to say the least. Just wanted to say that.
You see, I'm different from Sophie. He's past the bar. They no longer need to test him. But I'm in the position where results must happen.
Indeed, very rainbow. We love it, always.
When we give you back, you'll be a broken man. And soon after, the foundation of the rebellion will crumble. You think we don't know that Damek is your leader?
What?
Shane's eyes shot wide open in utter shock. Seems that Halen's threats worked to great effect.
You'd be stupid not to think we have inside men. I could order Damek's execution in a matter of seconds. You don't value your life. But...
Wait, have you met
value
Damek yet? I
his.
don't think so. We just mentioned his name, right?
Good. Now, I expect you to answer my questions. The Blade of Exodus, is it in Valinor Village? And the one who can wield it.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Oop. Don't say it! Don't say it, Shane! I believe in you! I believe you can do it, or lie to him, or something. You got this. Don't give in. We believe in Shane, right, guys? Time we catch up with Ulrich, it's already too late. His large blade is in deadlock with one of the enemy soldiers. Nessa draws her daggers, and I hold out my sword ready.
We order you to cease your resistance.
Ooh, pretty.
Those who support
Ooh.
the rebellion must perish.
To break the deadlock, Ulrich kicks his opponent in the gut. They stumble back and ready their blade with a flourish. It isn't much longer until they charge towards him again.
Melissa, your dagger!
Ulrich jumps out of the way and rolls towards us. Landing on his knees, he pries one of the daggers from her grip. Without even looking, he throws it behind himself. He closes his eyes and looks down at the ground. When he hears the impact of the dagger, his ears fold back. For a moment, it looks like he's actually sad.
Spirits, please forgive my misdeeds. I acted only to protect those under my watch.
It's okay, Ulrich. It's okay. It's okay. We don't blame you. Ulrich cares about the spirits. For some reason, I didn't expect that. But before I can think about this further, something happens. Catching Vanessa and I off guard, we're in complete disbelief. He notices the shocked expression on both of our faces. Rising to his feet, it's not long before he wears the same look. The enemy soldier fell as expected, but there was nothing inside. Scattered pieces of armor littered the ground. As we process this revelation, confusion soon assails us? Deep words. This was an ordinary attack. What we just saw was impossible.
What's going on? Ulrich, what are those things?
He did not commit murder! They weren't alive! They're not alive!
I don't know. Come closer, you two. This doesn't feel right. Empty suits of armor with a hatred for the rebellion.
Only those who've mastered the spirits could do this. I'm afraid this is much larger than we thought.
That's crazy. Okay, actually, before we continue, Lucas, thank you for the lurk. I'm gonna be back, friends. I'm going to get something to drink, cause I'm dying.
So let me just give up. So let me just let go. I'm tired of my thoughts, they weigh me down, feels like I'm drowning. I'm tired of my flaws, they fill me with anxiety and doubt. Honestly, I'm done with hating pictures of myself and trying to be like everybody else. I wanna be like, look like the girl in the mirror. Wanna act like, dance like no one's watching her. I could try to be just like you, but I wanna be like me, the girl in the mirror. The girl in the
Okay, I'm back. That didn't take long. Right, guys? You didn't miss me too much, right? I'm back. I have water now.
That can't be true. The spirits are pure. They aid us.
Yeah, sure looks like they wanted to help. That's not my only concern, though. Look at this.
I literally will fight both of you. She scoffs as she steps toward the helmet. Kneeling down, she pulls her dagger out of it.
Do you Recognize these
Damn!
colors
He
alright?
he didn't even look and he headshotted the bitch behind him. That's crazy. Like it's built different. What? That's better aim than I am. Wow looking.
No, why would I?
Gold and white. The triumvirate standard. I
Triumvirate!
Such a deduction, but only they could wield the spirits in this fashion.
We were both wrong, Emma. Why would they do such a thing?
Our supposed protectors. Some even the creators of Alestia. I have no idea why they'd want to do this to us.
Wouldn't be the first time they attempted occupation. They hinted that the rebellion was involved here. Alessa, do you know anything about that?
You must have the hacks Gray uses for Overwatch. Yo, you're not wrong. Yo, honestly, I agree. Simply built different with the hacks. Right, Gray?
I don't. So much has changed lately.
All the hacks, Gray.
With our last elder gone, Nihilus has been in charge. Maybe he has something to tell us.
It's worth
And
a
this is
shot.
even before you use
We
a
should see if he's
computer.
alive. Protecting you is my goal, but now I want answers. If anyone knows about this, it would be him.
To the elder's house, then.
Yeah.
Follow after Vanilla Seal and Ulrich. We walk along a circular road surrounding the water tank. I make note of it for later. It might help out put up the flames. The box signal lets them use KBM on PlayStation. Oh shit. Ah nah. Oh god. It's okay, Gray. I know you don't cheat. You're the best player in the world, honestly. I wouldn't expect anything less from you if you got like first place. Oh shit, he admitted it. Ah, damn. I had the benefit of the doubt, Gray. God damn. So many of them, it makes me feel a bit hopeful, like we stood a chance. The village was defenseless, and this was proof.
Aren't you
I make
glad
my
we
own
waited now?
hacks.
If we rushed in head first, we'd be dead.
Gray, you wanna hand some of that to me while I'm playing Valorant? I'm gonna need it.
Then where are the villagers' bodies? I only see the suits of armor lying around.
That was a good question, actually. No blood, no signs of a major struggle. Only the fire and the glistening of the white armor. What? Wait, so there's no people? There's just armor? That's weird.
That's a good sign.
I just realized this guy has armor on his arm and that's it.
Are there any havens in Valinor?
Some people are beyond help. Gray! Gray, why? Why would you say such a thing? Why would you say such a thing? I'm sad now.
I'd say the elder's house and the grand tree. The fire may not have reached either yet.
Where I streamed this for you. Why are you being mean to me?
Wait, how many people can fit in the Grand Tree?
Hundreds, easily.
Where are they hiding in the grand tree?
Not as good of a sign as I thought. The enemy could be trying to round everyone up, put them all in one place before killing them.
That's dirty.
But it works. We still don't know what they're after. It can't be genocide. It must be something else.
Imagine being after genocide. Me? Simply better? Gray. I would be playing Valorant right now if I was simply better, alright? Instead, I'm playing this cool game, okay? Not simply better. At least this game, people won't throw slurs at me. Hopefully.
Does Valinor have anything the Triumvirate would want?
But furries are better. Furries are better.
Leadership bring
Furries
anything
are
with it?
nicer as well. They won't throw slurs at me. Hopefully.
Like I said, we'd have to talk to Milos. But I doubt he'd be at the Grand Tree.
Milos? They look at each other and then look at me. I could tell that Vanessa was pushing us towards Milos. But that's because she knew this was a vision.
But what if there are people in the Grand Tree? Is Milos more important than all of them? It would be cold to let everyone die.
Ulrich, this is larger than Valenorth. Especially if it involves the rebellion. Information could save entire villages.
Yo, you right? Knowledge is power? Someone put that on a shirt right now.
I don't like what you're suggesting.
Like it's any better than what you suggested? Using the people as pawns to buy us time? How is this any different?
This voice actor for Vanessa is very nice. I love her voice. They fume at each other but realize it's a stupid argument. In the midst of this battle, nothing was so black and white. Though I find it odd that Ulrich switched viewpoints so fast.
This is a matter of Valenorth's future. Such things are under the jurisdiction of the Seer. I stand by his side, and you stand by both of ours. That is, unless you want to abandon your job. But that wouldn't look good on your perfect record.
Damn! She told you? Hey, Blake! How you doing?
I guess you can fight dirty too. I don't like this, but you have me by the throat. I can only hope that you make the right choice.
This is pretty good voice acting, I'll admit it. For a game that I randomly stumbled upon in my YouTube recommends, it's definitely pretty decent voice acting. He stares at me with a serious look on his face. Blake, you're going through some nostalgic music. I understand that, I do. Talk about putting me on the spot. But if this was my role, I had to fill in the shoes.
What are we going to do?
Focus on lives, go to the Grand Tree. Focus on information, go after Milos. Kill, may or may not kill hundreds of people. Or bring information to someone that may or may not save thousands of lives. Phone, who said you can make noise? Let's turn you down. My cat's crying like she's dying or something. Frick. I know so many choices that matter. They matter! It's scary! I just wanted to play space game, but no, COVID shot was like, fuck you. Do I flip a coin? Do I save hundreds of lives right now or save thousands in the future? But this is all a vision, so maybe I need more information. Maybe the vision is to get more information. No coin, actual choice. Listen. Alright, we're gonna focus on information because I'm gonna regret this. I vowed to stop this attack and I needed information. If anyone could give us that information, it would be Malice. He'd be able to shed light on the rebellion's involvement too.
Good. We're on the same page. We can use that information to help others. It would be selfish to focus only on Valenorth.
Yeah, in the future, information will save thousands of lives. If we just save this one town, where would we be getting the information?
I hope you two are certain about this. You're gambling with hundreds of lives.
Ulrich didn't understand this like we did, and we weren't about to waste time lecturing him. I was grateful that this job required following us. We continued in the same direction heading for Milo's house. It didn't feel good to abandon others, but we had to do it. If this was real, I would use the future to cheat the present. I'm not scared. These 100 alive are gonna come and bite me in the butt later. I swear they are. God, they are. In the present day, Damek... Wait, is this the past? What? Or because this is the vision, it's not technically present. Damek found himself lost in thought. Using the tunnels under Mezo for solitude, he found peace. There was much to plan, but for once they had the upper hand.
Valenorth, the Blade of Exodus.
Damek is so
There must be
cute!
something the spirits aren't telling us.
He looks fluffy.
Something we could use to take
Like
down
he
the
would be a good
triumvirate.
hugger.
When I touched the blade, I saw our victory, but I'm not trained to interpret such things.
I
I
still
pray
love
for
his
the
voice.
cooperation
Holy
of
shit.
Valenorth.
One of his advisors approaches, careful not to startle him. When he realizes he's detected, he lets out a soft yawn.
Another one of those sleepless nights, Damek?
Oler!
I can't blame you. It's been the same with me. Did I hear you say something about Valenorth?
Yeah, exactly. He's like adorable. It's like he seems like he would just give really good, like, soft hugs. Damn.
Yeah, I was thinking out loud. In Valenorth, there's a person who can peer into the future. That's why I had Pro bring the blade there last week.
I'm aware of their culture, but their seers use spirits, not a blade. Do you think it will be that easy?
Worth a gamble, isn't it? It's
Love
not
his
my place to
voice.
wield knowledge of the future. But the seers are experts, conditioned from birth. Pro has sent word that the current seer is male. His investigation is progressing slower than I'd like. We need to pick up the pace, and fast. Now that they have the blade, they're a target. The Triumvirate is likely planning their attack as we speak. That's why I've decided to send an experienced fighter.
I guess that's me.
I've had the mayor of Mazio write up a decree. It will allow you entry and the ability to complete what Pro started. On paper, and to everyone else, it's a simple export.
Exactly, the accent.
Only Milas knows the importance of this blade. All you have to do is deliver it from Valenorth back to me. That is, with the seer at your side, Ulrich.
You seem to think that will be easy. It's not likely they know the truth of Valenorth. I can bring the seer, but they'll just decline.
Present yourself as a mercenary, not a rebel. Tell them a meeting of importance is happy in Mazio. We want their ability to help with some important decisions.
Important decisions.
Dishonesty. Great way to start a partnership.
It worked for us, don't you remember? Look at how invaluable you've become.
He's suggesting to lie, but you can't really you can't really think that he's wrong for saying it with his voice. Ulrich laughed and turned to look at the dark depths of the tunnels. At the moment, everything ahead seemed bleak and uncertain. Having an ally cast light on that future would be a tremendous boon.
So this is it, isn't it? With the seer at our side, they can direct us. We can secure the victory that you witnessed.
Yeah, he's just giving us, like, you should absolutely lie to begin this partnership. But, like, his voice is making it so, like, it's a good idea, when in reality, it's not a good idea, and he's probably a bad guy. I'm kidding. He's not going to be a bad guy. Unless someone clips this, because I know for a fact I'm going to be right. He could be a bad guy. He's not going to be a bad guy.
I don't believe it, but it's true. Though I have to be honest with you, Ulrich. There's a reason why I'm sending you instead of asking Pro.
Who's Pro?
And what's that?
He may not be strong enough to face what's coming. It's not just a hunch that Valenorth will be attacked. In our victory, I saw its death and destruction.
I see.
So I asked that you protect the seer and his allies at all costs. And when you come across Pro, have him join you as well. I'll make sure to prepare an exquisite welcoming party.
I'll leave first thing in the morning.
Thus.
What did you see exactly?
I still find it funny that the only piece of armor, like, the only piece of protection that he has is on his shoulder. One shoulder. Like, he's just like, my other shoulder has a tattoo. It's enough protection. Like, it's literally, doesn't matter. That's enough protection. I don't need anything else. I don't need a full
Nothing
set of
you
armor
can't
in a
fight
war
your
like
way out
this.
of, but trust me, it will show them the truth. And when you get back, they'll be ready to fight. But promise me one thing, and one thing only. That along the way the seer touches the blade. If he can wield it, then we have our greatest weapon.
The shoulder needs to be protected? But why, though? Of all things, it's not, like, I mean, hold on. That's the side with the heart, right? Okay, it's on the side, it's the right side, but it doesn't cover anything on the chest. So, like, something can penetrate the heart easily. Unless his pecs is supposed to save him, which I don't think it's possible. We enter Milos' house and immediately spread out. After a few moments, it's evident that no one is here. Ulrich sighs, but Vanessa isn't ready to
I
give up.
don't know what you expected. You think the Elder would just stay here? I assume he's at the Grand Tree as well.
No, there has to be something here. It's not him, but his books as well. He must have some kind of record.
Record of what exactly?
Ulrich, the Triumvirate is burning down Valinor. They seem to think we're caught up with the rebels. Thinking the Elder is clueless? That's stupid.
She walks over to the large window and looks outside. We're all relieved that the flames haven't reached us yet. Looking through some papers, she whispers to herself.
Come on, Milos, give us something. We're smarter than this, I know it. Shipping manifests anything.
With a renewed determination, Ulrich examines the large table. He shuffles papers aside and flips through the books. It's almost like he's in a rush to find something first.
None of this is helping, Valessa. It's everything you'd expect to find.
Listen, he seems very competitive.
No, there has to be something here. Come on, Seer, give us a hand.
Whoa! Oh, I was so confused. Okay, so L is to move the cursor around. The cursor will change to the ... when over an interactable object. Press A to interact with said objects. Press the minus to open the tutorial again during any exploration sequence. Some locales are separated into multiple areas. The arrow icon can be used to navigate through these areas. Press Y can be used to visit the world map when the red and gray icons keep track of how many books you found. Interact with these icons to speak to your comrades where applicable. Yes. It is optional, but highly recommended that you talk to your comrades. Optional? Gray, you spelling it in chat is not gonna help me pronounce it. Thank you. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. It's like... Wait. What's this? Walk over to the bookshop and see what I can find. It seems to be full of books about the spirit realm, dark realm, under upside down, and Valinor's. How somehow I don't think either of these subjects will help. Eventually, I come across a book about the rebellion. I doubt it's what we need, but I decided to take a look. As I open it up, a piece of paper falls out.
Milos' note. Recently, the Rebel Alliance has reached out to me.
Thank God I don't have to read this.
Away, thinking them little more than a rogue group of bandits. But they said they knew the truth about my father. How could they know? In my situation, it was hard to resist temptation. I had to ask them exactly what they knew. The truth shocked me, and I have yet to tell anybody. I might take it to my grave. It's not the truth I expected, but it did shake me to my core. My father was in the middle of an important task. As his son, I felt that it was my duty to help finish it.
He said
I have no hatred for the Triumvirate. This is simply a matter of familial ties. Were anybody posed with such a situation, I doubt their actions would differ from mine. It doesn't seem too difficult either. They've given me a blade and tasked me with protecting it. In the next little while, they will send an envoy to pick it up. At that point, I am to send someone special with them. I must keep their name secret so nobody finds out. This envoy, however, will be coming any day. I can't wait to meet him. I've been told that he knew my father, and he would have all manner of stories to tell.
We showed a note to Ulrich and Vanessa? Yes. This is it. This is what we needed. All over. Oh, that's it? Damn, I should have explored it more. More tenses up and even a little anxious.
So Milas was working with the rebellion. Apparently, he was sheltering Blade. Could that be why they attacked us?
Doing all this for a blade? Let's be realistic, Valessa.
It must have been very important.
Wait.
Assuming Milas took it with him.
Wait,
So many blades.
is Ulrich lying to us? Is that what this is? Are we the ones he was lying to? I'm sorry, I've been paying attention, but like also, I don't know what 2 and 2 equals, so we don't know who Ulrich is, question mark? Or like we just met him and he's like protecting us? So we don't know he's part of the rebellion. And we don't know this knife is what that knife is in that book,
But
you
about
know?
this envoy he mentioned, and this supposed special person. Ulrich, why did you lie to us?
It's true. Anybody would have figured it out by now. He seems to admit defeat and closes his eyes. He has lied to us. Almost like he didn't want to see us as he spoke.
We didn't think you'd come if you knew. I tried to hide it, but I guess there's no point anymore. After seeing this attack, I need to request your help.
Ulrich, how dare you lie to us? I'm offended by this. I'm leaving.
This is far from the first village they'll raise. They're up to something much bigger. That's why you wanted to come here, right?
Nope. Nope, I'm leaving. I refuse. I'm not gonna work with a liar. I'm gonna just not save the world. I don't know what Seer does, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're right. There's little time to argue and nowhere else to go. Looks
Goodbye.
like
That's
we
the
got
end
what
of
we needed
the game, guys. It's been an hour.
Let's head back to the Grand Tree. There might still be time.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. You know, just gonna end the stream right now. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We all nod, acknowledging an unspoken truth. Ulrich did not care about those in the Grand Tree. He only knew that coming here would blow his cover. Wow! Wow! Great. Oh, I'm sorry. That just fucking killed me again. Oh, I don't know how long that's gonna stay. I might refund Realm's points at some point and get rid of it, but for right now, it's gonna stick around. I love it. It's hilarious. But I know that this information would be a huge advantage. We had a probable cause for their attack and knew Milas' secret. We head back to the town square and stilled with hope. Gray, I dislike that you love it so much. Things are still burning? Flames have spread, but it's not too bad. Yo, these guys are literally just walking around in a burning town because why not? Because it's like it's a normal stroll for them. Like this is not this is the least of their problems of the, like smoke inhalation and shit. Like what? This is fine. Like it's the equivalent of the dog sitting there surrounded by fire and says, "This is fine." That's idiotic. We take slow, cautious steps. My mind is conflicted. There's one thing I can't seem to get off my mind. This blade or whatever, was it worth all of this? Destroying an entire culture over something so simple?
Sorry, I can't see all that well. You two will have to lead the way. I'm not as familiar with the surroundings.
We crouch and make our way through Valinor. In fire! Oh, God, this is stressing me out. And crouch and make our way through Valinor. I have a raising urge to cough, but I try and hold it back. You wanted to make it this far and get caught. Wait, so they have to be quiet. So they've just been breathing in the smoke and not coughing. I hate it here. The water tank is cracking and leaking its contents. A small stream trickles down through the village. This would be our best tool to hinder the flames. What's it gonna do? Kill you? No idea. No, you know, no, it won't kill us. Because you know what? Smoke inhalation? Nah, that's not deadly. You know what is deadly? It's getting speared in the heart because you don't have armor to protect you. Yes, I'm still on that, because that's pissing me off too.
This isn't right. Not at all. Where is everyone, Ulrich? There's not a single body.
Like I said, they could be at the Grand Tree. It's isolated and far away from here. I'm willing to bet the flames won't reach it.
It doesn't make any sense, though. Think about it for a second. In that alcove, we heard screams. The people of Valinor were dying. Not only burning, but getting attacked. There should be bodies all over the place.
She was right, and it bothered me as well. Current scene didn't match what we heard. Was it possible for visions to warp this way?
What are you suggesting, Valessa? Do you think they stole the bodies?
If they did, there'd be blood. There's nothing, not even a trace. It doesn't make any sense, Ulrich.
I'd say you're right, for argument's sake.
Argument's
Why is it
sake?
more important than going to the Grand Tree? Talking about it only seems to be wasting time.
There might not be anybody at the Grand Tree. I don't think we know where we're up against. We should cut our losses and run, Ulrich.
Oh no, it's gonna be another decision, isn't it?
You need to make up your mind, Valessa. Running back and forth will get us all killed. Are we going to the Grand Tree or not?
It's true she was changing her mind far too fast. At that moment, she seems to value our survival. Could she be starting to doubt that this is a vision? All I had to go on was her word. I only believed her because it made sense at the time. How could I gather information if we leave Valinor?
If you want to leave, we're going to Peregrino. It'll be the first place for survivors.
People
to
should be
flee.
dead, they aren't.
If Milas
No,
is
no,
there,
they're
he can
not,
tell us all about this
unfortunately.
attack.
It's good enough to plan of action, and we nod to one another. But as we continue to move, everything changes. A laugh from atop the water tank, almost maniacal.
Such loyalty to the man who condemned you all. If you want to know where Milas is, I'd love to show you.
Love
I
the
can
voice.
even reunite you with the rest of the villagers.
We stop in our tracks and look up at the water tank. The silhouette of a man stands there, gripping a large blade. It's white and gold, and with majesty embellished by flames. It reminds me of the suits farmers we fought earlier. I have no doubt that there was some sort of relation. We must be looking at the man responsible for this. He jumps down from the water tank and lands with a roll. I take a few steps back and ensuring that Ulrich remains in the front. If his job was our protection, now was the time to shine through.
What a pitiful little village.
Hey, this bitch!
It's no fun when they don't put up a
What was
fight.
his name again?
Did you know what they did in
It
their
was something
final
weird.
moments? They called out to you, Sia. They wanted your help, and you let them down. I guess the stories I heard about you were wrong.
It all changed when the Fire Nation attacked! But I believe the Seer can save the world.
So you
Sorry.
already have the blade. Let us leave. We can resolve this peacefully.
No survivors.
Sovi!
Don't
This
you
bitch.
remember the rule? Like a garden, we have to pluck all the weeds.
If someone said weed, I mean,
Is
what?
that all these people are to you? Sovi, they have a culture and history.
Yes, but it's not theirs that I'm interested in. In fact, I'm only here to claim the Seer's soul. Everything else was just for fun, for sport.
This becomes personal as they seem to know each other. They both work for opposing forces. I'm sure they fought before. It sickens me that he likens killing the villagers to a sport.
You don't mean...
My orders had nothing to do with burning down this village. I wasn't supposed to kill anyone unless I had to either. But you know, my apprentice isn't very fun to train with.
Disgusting. Valessa, take the Seer and run. I'll catch up with you at Peregrino.
Ulrich pulls out his blade and assumes a fighting stance. Sophie does the same and their eyes meet in deadlock. I look at Valessa and we nod before running. Skip some words, but it's fine. Unfortunately, we didn't make it very far. We hear Ulrich scream and turn back to look. Sophie smirks at us, his blade deep in Ulrich's abdomen. You know, this wouldn't have happened if you had armor.
Where do you think you're going, you two? It would be rude to leave before I'm done with you. Watch, and you'll see why you can never win.
Ow! Ulrich, no! With a grin on his face, he twists the blade inside Ulrich, defying all possibility. The gear on the base starts to spin. Soon after, everything is engulfed in a blinding white light.
Please, run.
Bro, he's dead. Bro, he's dead. We hear Ulrich's final words as the light subsides. When everything is back to normal, he's completely gone. No blood, no body, just Sylvie standing there with pride.
What? What did you do?
Well, Ulrich's dead. I mean, I warned him. He should've fucking worn some armor. You know, if he had armor, it wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying.
I put his spirit to good use, like I planned to do with your little friend.
Great, buddy. I'm gonna have to ask you to not get attached to these characters. I'm gonna be honest. Half of them are probably gonna die. He points behind us and we turn to look. The scattered pieces of armor on the ground start to move. They assemble, forming bodies that move in a slow, stiff fashion. But after a few moments, the movements become more natural. It isn't much longer until an army of automatons block our path. There was nowhere to go, so we blocked the other side.
You're using their spirits to power that armor. Does that mean we've been fighting our own?
Oh! Oh shit! Oh!
Now you finally understand. The force of life itself bends to the triumvirate. There's no way that you could hope to stop us.
We've been fighting our own people? That's crazy! He takes a slow step towards me, holding out his blade. Finally understood why it was so important to the Triumvirate. They could command an army of spirits simply by possessing it.
As soon as I harvest the sealed soul, I'll leave. Valessa, if you behave, I might let you go. Visit the rebels. Tell them what's coming.
Gray, you only want him back because of his tattoo. This is it. If he attacked me, the vision would end. I was armed with all the information I needed to counter this attack. True purpose, the major players, and even the nature of the blade. He was so certain of his victory, he had no idea. I took a step forward, embracing what was to come. When this future came to Volanor, we would be ready. He thrusts the blade inside of me with little effort. The pain is so intense that I'm overcome with hope. As my vision fades, I find the strength to say one final thing. You've already lost. Listen, he was a cool, okay? He was a cool, yeah. Pleb! Hey, pleb! My eyes shoot open and I instinctively clutch my gut. The pain from the vision lingers, pulsing through my body. Panting heavily, I squirm in pain, waiting for it to fade. Ow! That was loud. Fall off the side of my bed and slam to the floor. Thankfully, this makes me fully lucid and stopping the pain. For a moment, it's as if I existed in both scenarios. I rise in a sitting position and focus on my breathing. Still in shock at what happened, my heart beats frantically. It takes a while before it slows down, but I happily wait. These negative feelings subside. I stand up. The vision I just experienced plays in a loop in my head. I had to warn Miles. I had to ensure this didn't happen. Gray, so he's still alive. Be proud. Be proud. It was a vision. He didn't get killed. He's still alive somewhere. We will find him. Okay, Gray? He's alive. A knock sounds at my door and I lock up in fright. After what I just saw, my mind is filled with anxiety. Thankfully, as a voice calls out to me, I'm put at ease.
Hey, Seer! Open up! Don't make me wait all day again.
Is it a kid? It's Fortime. He's my best friend and Valessa's student. As my scribe, she had to train a backup, so to speak. Terrible scenario to plan for, but it had to be done. I rush over to the door and quickly unlock it. Welcoming in, I notice a huge grin on his face. I feel relaxed. It's a brief reminder of safety.
Just wake up? Oh, jeez.
Oh, look
I hope we won't be late. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is.
Flirty? Oh god. He seems like a baby. I'm not doing that. According to your smell, it's no bath day. Whatever it is, I don't need your help. You'll have to refresh my memory, Fortime. He's gonna be an annoying watch. Probably.
Hey, I definitely took a bath.
But look
I just
adorable!
rushed it because I had to pick you up. Enough about me, though. This is your special day.
But look how adorable he is!
You're being officially inducted. You know, the ceremony to brand you as a seer? It should have happened ages ago, but stuff got in the way.
Literal child,
Let's not
exactly!
delay it anymore, alright? Just sign this paper before we go. Milas wants it. Consent for the ceremony.
I am a guy, and my fursona is named Kage.
Thanks. This is exactly what I'll need. Put on something fancy. I'll wait outside.
Reach out to try and stop him, but he's already gone. It's for the better, though, as he mustn't know what I saw. The only people authorized to know were Milas and Vilessa. Walk over to my wardrobe to look for an outfit. As Fortime pointed it out, I'm still in my small clothes. Small clothes? If it was a big day, I guess I'd have to dress the part. What should I wear? Menswear. Yes, that should be a fine choice. Slip into the menswear and turn back to my room. Can I put? I want to make my character. Even if I don't get to see him, I just want to make him. Please. Once I meet Fortime, he might be busy for a while. I should finish up my any last minute business while I can, but at the same time, I shouldn't keep him waiting for long. Okay, so what is there to do? One of my books on the creation of the Stellia is one of the famous scholars in the world. I tried to collect some of his works, but he wrote so
On
much.
Alestia's creation. There are many theories on when Alestia came into existence. None have any foolproof evidence and are merely
The
based
Big
on
Bang!
personal belief and the conviction of the individual. The most popular, however, is the belief that the Triumvirate created our world. This theory is strengthened by the fact that no history or records of history exist prior to their rule. Therefore, the passage of time on our world is measured by how many years have passed since the first recording of known history, the Triumvirate's arrival. But, as the lack of evidence cannot be considered evidence itself, this is a topic of hot debate. The answer does not seem to be within our reach. And
They have
many
religion here,
scholars who
too.
dedicated their lives to this knowledge
Boom! And the
have
world was
since
made.
given up and
Exactly,
moved
Gray.
on. As everyone on Alestia lives in a relative peace, these pursuits are considered a waste of time. If the Triumvirate truly did create our world, then we must thank them, for they are very generous and righteous gods. Perhaps one day, though, we will know the truth.
Perhaps. Algus. My cooking space is so messy, it's embarrassing. Why do you have a cooking space in your room? I'm glad Fortime didn't stay and visit. It would have been lecture after lecture. Town looks so peaceful and so quiet. It's a far cry from the way I saw it last night. Hopefully the vision was far off and not impending. Single room house? Well, I'm assuming it's like multiple rooms in a house. Like an inn of some sort. But like... No. The bright is as hard as rock. But I guess it's better than nothing. I'm in a hurry. I'll grab one tiki on the go. Cool beans. I'm supposed to gather bags of grain for Milas. Self-sustaining, and we take turns harvesting. But I think I have something more important to talk to him about. Last time Fortime came over, he left his journal. Of course, he has nothing to hide, and he's always open. I often benefit from his writing. He's smarter than he lets on.
On scribes and visions. The scribe of Valenorth is a very important position, and one
Simply
not to
no.
be taken lightly.
Yes.
Tasked with hearing and interpreting the visions of the seer or seeress, they bear a large mental burden. The spirits have their own language, and many visions are cryptic in nature. Though visions have become more clear over time, they started out as a mess of metaphors and confusion.
Mess of metaphors and
It's
confusion.
almost as if, over many years, the realm of spirits has found ways to communicate more efficiently. This is interesting for many reasons. We must wonder if the realm of spirits is a physical entity, capable of growing and learning. There is no real explanation for this growing level of clarity in communication. It is widely believed that the realm of spirits hosts the souls of those who have left our world, but nobody has ever actually communicated with the dead or seen a long-lost loved one. Instead, these spirits grant visions of the future to those capable of witnessing them. Almost like a warning, they've helped keep Valenorth safe, and Alestia by extension. Either way, because the visions have become more straightforward, the scribe
Literally
is
my
more
life
of a ceremonial
felt that.
position. Rather than carrying any real weight, it is just an attempt to continue Valenorth's tradition. Recently, Valenorth has given the scribe their own protege, someone to take over if the worst should happen. For this reason, I study valiantly under Valessa.
Understood. Okay, I have 3 books. What's this? It's a book on the true reach of the spirits. Very decisive topic and one that's always debated.
The true reach of spirits. It is a widely held belief that plant life is a container for spiritual energy.
Whoa.
Because this energy is so pure, residents of forested areas tend to lead a happier and more fulfilling life. While many
Interesting.
are frightened at the ability for the spirits to influence our mood, they have yet to do so in a negative fashion. To this end, many people actively seek out homes in areas surrounded by nature, and this
Yo, this is the
positive
complete
energy,
opposite of our world.
whether negative or positive,
We
being
look to be in the
influenced
city.
with unknown intent is
Most of us, at
concerning to
least.
many people. It seems to be tolerated simply because the power helps in a
I'd
beneficial
rather
way.
live in a forest.
What if the realm of spirits were to lash out and make us aggressive or worse? What if they are conditioning our minds to slowly bend to their will? At that point, they could make us do any manner of bidding.
Fuck the spirits
This
IRL?
is a thought that also keeps many away from such areas of Alestia. But as there are numerous large cities, finding a home that suits your belief is far from impossible. Many ask the Triumvirate to speak on this, but they remain ever silent on the matter. Is it possible that not even our rulers know the true nature of the spirits and their reach?
Intriguing. My character. There's a party! Okay, where am I? The help button opens up a different tutorial on these maps. Use that to learn about the story flow and how traveling works. So this is my house. Mindless's house is that way. Great Tree is that way. This is a very shitty map. I'm sorry, but this is a very, very shitty map. Like, Mindless's house is up in what is that, a cloud? Yeah, let's not do that. This means you cannot yet visit that area. This means you can visit that area but haven't. This means you have cleared the area and are free to return. This icon is displayed by your next objective. This icon marks an additional side area. Press A when hovering over map icons to move between areas. This is how the story flow of each area. This is the story flow of each area. Okay. So we need to go to Main Street. But do we have to? Is that the only way to leave? But Lesso gave me a carpet. Sick. For my birthday. Interesting. Alright, I think that's just how we leave. Is there anything else I need to do? I just assumed that's all I needed. But maybe I'll organize more when I get the chance. Just hop into bed. Imagine having responsibilities. Alright, well, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go to Main Street. Oh, this is before it burns down. Understood. When I exit my house, I feel a wave of heat overtake me. The sun pierces through the canopy of the Valley North with fierce intensity. Some of the residents use makeshift fans, looking utterly exhausted. Fortemay, however, stands there unaffected with a huge smile on his face.
Wow! I didn't expect you to dress that fancy. I'm a little jealous now. I feel underdressed. You should do my wardrobe next time we go out. Hey, are you okay? You look a little shaken up. Are you nervous about the ceremony?
Responsibilities? Never. Mood.
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should find Valessa first. It must have been bad if you're acting like this. But hold on. Just remember the basics. Visions are never foolproof. They're always full of errors. It's like looking at a painting. It's up to interpretation. Everyone who looks at it would walk away with something different. Not that I have visions, I'm just trying to help. Valessa will make sense of everything you saw. I know it. Sometimes visions make mountains out of mud piles. Whoa, really? Scare me half to death, why don't you? Let's put everything on hold then, and get Valessa. We're supposed to meet her in the town square. But if this is as bad as you say, you better tell me too. Not as a scribe in training, but as a friend. Got it?
You're more than a friend to me, Fortemay. Sorry, I have to obey the rules. You're asking me to break our sacred traditions. I'll have to play it by ear, Fortemay. You got it, Fortemay. So, this is romantic. This is sad. This is aggressive. This is neutral, and this is happy? I think? It doesn't tell me anymore. It gives me one option and never tells me again.
Sweet. Glad to know you're on my side. It's good to have a friend in someone like you. Anyway, we should head to the town square. With this vision business, we'll have a busy day. Don't waste too much time, alright?
Fortemay has now permanently joined your party. Comrade joining your party also retroactively unlocks content. For example, you can bring Fortemay to your home and talk to him there. It is a good idea to form a habit of revisiting previous areas. Oh, I can make him come home? What is... Let's be blessed with peaceful neighbors. I've never heard a peep from coming from next door. Fortemay's loud, but thankfully he lives across the street. With him next door, I'd probably die of sleep deprivation.
Are you thinking about me? I saw the way you looked at me just now. Give it to me straight. What's going on?
Me bringing guys home? Never. I was
I
thinking...
guess you could say that, yeah. Being a scribe in training is pretty hard work. It's fun to unwind after everything is said and done.
He laughs and turns away from me. There's a hint of a blush on his face, but he covers it up. But he's adorable! But no, that's not how this is gonna be. You know, if I had to pick someone that we've seen so far, it will either be Dame, because he seems like he would give good hugs, or Sobi. Or Valessa, but I think everyone would go for Valessa. Welcome back, Burden. This is Fortemay's house, and it's a tip-top condition. It looks brand new, he must take very good care of it. As I get closer, I notice a book left out on his porch. It has his name on the front, so I can only assume it's his own work.
Visions and paintings. A vision from the spirits is apparent.
You can have Ulrich, Dre. I don't like
When
him.
a vision is over, a seer or seeress can often vividly recall the bigger picture, while smaller elements are lost in translation. For example, if the vision was about the death of a villager, that part would be clear. However, how they died and what reaction each individual villager had to their death would be unclear. Instead of knowing this information, it is more like a gut feeling or a single interpretation of the events. In some cases, it is as if the spirits send us a single picture of an event, and the seer or seeress goes on to act it out in a dream in whatever way they can make sense of it. If at any time there was more than one seer or seeress, it is likely that their interpretations of each vision would be vastly different. But as there is only one seer or seeress at a time, we will never be able to put this to the test. Instead, the scribe discusses each vision in depth with the seer or seeress, and they come to an agreeable interpretation. Oftentimes, the smaller elements are disregarded, and only the bigger picture is given any credence. Using the death as an example, we would only assume a death is coming to Valenorth. Digging into why it was going to happen would be impossible. Although, as the spirit's ability to reach out to us and communicate slowly increases over time, we have to wonder if soon these visions will be concrete, and interpretations would become a thing of the past.
Scary.
Full-time.
Isn't that cool to think about, Seer? The spirits are artists, and your mind is the canvas. There's so much work required in interpreting visions. Of course, the spirits grow stronger every day. It's already gotten to a point where
Should we go back
scribe is
home
near
with
useless.
Quartermain?
I have more volumes written on the subject. I'm sure you'll find them.
And see if he
Can
has
you
anything
believe how
interesting
much
to say?
stronger they've gotten, though? I wrote this book years ago and it's almost outdated. We've been able to witness so much growth in one generation.
It's a choice, yeah. That's Valinor post office at the end of the road. Village-wide notices are posted there and we all have boxes. Sometimes it's easier to catch someone by mail when they're busy. I haven't checked my box in a while, but I rarely get any messages. I only interact with Vanessa and Quartermain. We can't carry out our duties unless we're together in person. If I got mail from someone else, it would likely be junk. Mindless needed me, he'd come to me in
There's a
person.
village-wide notice posted about your induction. I think you'll have quite the audience later tonight, Seer. There's a big party planned afterwards, too. Dancing and all.
After party? Is there gonna be drinking? I think my character's old enough. I don't know if you're old enough, Quartermain. You're gonna have to stay home. Did this game really want me to try flirting with Quartermain? It's crazy. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what this game is. I'm gonna be honest, neither do I. I just know it's furry and it's a visual novel. Drinking? No.
You bet! It's supposed to be the party of a lifetime. Quite literally, as there's only one Seer or Seeress per generation. If I were you, I wouldn't make any important plans tomorrow.
Wait, does that mean, wait, is the party tonight or tomorrow? Because if it's tonight and he's telling me not to make plans tomorrow, that means we're drinking and I'm okay with this. I often see Quartermain up here, just passing the time. Climbing the trees of Valinor is his #1 hobby. He always talks about how he'll climb the Grand Tree one day. Woo! I'm gonna go to sleep. Imagine sleeping. Good night, Burden. I appreciate you stopping by as always, and I love you. In my home, there's not much to say. I know it's a mess up inside, but I have to fix that later. Maybe Quartermain and I could have a private word
A
inside.
bit bigger than my house, but mine has more rooms. Which is better, though? More rooms or more space? My interior design books don't really cover that aspect.
More space is more luxurious. More room to get more privacy. Both are great. It's just how you use them. Both
The
are great.
master has spoken. I guess it's true, though. Work with what you have. And if you don't have it, someone else surely will.
It's asking me if I want to have a word with him inside, so we'll do that.
Hey.
Why did you say it like that? Why did he say it like that? What the fuck?
It's pretty great, actually. Everything is given to me by Valinor. Money, food, a house, you name it. I work with Valessa more than you, though. I'm kind of disappointed about that. We tend to roleplay real scenarios. She'll take on your role, and I'll take on hers.
Hey.
Playing a scribe for a scribe. Best possible training. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever be a real one.
Do I get input on who my scribe is? What do you do in your spare time? How long have you been training? Ever thought about a job on the side? Do I get input?
I don't think there's any protocol for that. But I assume Milas has the final word there. Or whoever the elder is at any given time. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. But I hope you're not trying to say Valessa is bad. Is there something I'm not seeing here?
I actually much prefer to work with you, Quartermain. She's fine, more than fine, actually. Oh no, not at all. I was just curious.
Oh, I guess I jumped to conclusions again. I really need to stop doing stuff like that. I hope I was able to help your curiosity, though. We have to obey the rules set in stone by Valinor. I'm just happy that we all get along with each other. This trio could have been a lot worse if you ask me.
What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I really love climbing trees. Aside from that, I love reading and cleaning. It's a simple life here.
Is he a
I
cat?
have no problem with it.
Like a lynx cat? Kind of looks like a cat. Yeah, that's
I
definitely
have
a
a
cat.
lot of time off. Way more than Valessa. Honestly, I think I only do half of what she does. Just means I need to keep myself occupied.
He has like a smaller face. Maybe that's why he looks more like a kid.
If you see me with cuts and bruises, don't freak out. I'm pushing myself to the limits, climbing bigger trees. Before you know it, I'll be on top of the grand tree.
More bunny. I mean, I thought bunny too because of the like the teeth and stuff, but like the ears are a bit weird.
Wait, seriously? That sounds awesome! I'll have to choose something easy then. I don't want to throw you right into it. Valinor needs you, and I won't screw that up. But it might be fun having an apprentice to teach.
Are there like cross animals here? Because if it's cross animals, it's probably a bunny and a cat. Do I just go through all of these?
About 5 years less than Valessa. After the Triumvirate took over Mazeo, we were scared. So I think it was a worst-case scenario type of thing. Some people say that Mila's father trained him too. That's why he was able to take over so easily. That means he's like me, but for the position of Elder. Same. That would be awful. We're definitely like a small family here. I couldn't live without either of you. I feel weird, existing as a failsafe. But I'm free to do much more in my spare time. I love this position,
Oh,
and
no.
I'm glad to know both of you. I don't think I'm really allowed to do that. The training I go through is already mentally exhausting. I need to devote my spare time to blowing off steam. Of course, this is under Milas' orders. I'm sure I could handle something if I really wanted, but getting in trouble with him really isn't worth it.
What do you do if you could? I could offer you some under-the-table work. That's sus. That's pretty harsh of Milos to demand. Have you ever thought about quitting as a scribe in training?
To be honest, I just like helping people. So probably cleaning up here and there, keeping tidy. I consider a day successful if I've made someone else smile. Maybe I could be
Why
a
is that
problem solver or
adorable? This
something.
kid is like
People always
5.
need some help.
There's a
So I never
5-year-old
bored.
living his life. What
It
are
would
you?
always involve
I don't know.
something new and exciting. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Milas says I'm not allowed to do any extra work. Training has to be my most important focus.
No, 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 no.
I could think of much worse things to do. Considering that, it's not too bad on my end. My life is simple, and there's some beauty in that. You and Valessa always seem so busy. I'd rather stay in my situation than be overworked. I'm sure you cope with it. but I
Oh my
doubt I
god, that's a
could.
mood! I'd rather not be
I hope I never
overworked.
have to step up.
Imagine
either.
overworking.
That would mean
No,
something terrible happened to Valessa.
not needed.
I don't even want to think about that. Let's move on. That sounds awesome. It really does. But I'd never hear the end of it from Milas. If I overload my brain with work, I'll slip up. He says I always need to be at the ready. Unfortunately, that leads to a lot of waiting around. Who would have thought too much spare time is an issue? That's
Imagine
why I
having
do
spare
things I
time.
can always cut short. Climbing a tree? Just hop down and try again later. Cleaning? Just stop. The mess isn't going anywhere.
Oh my god, I love this kid. This kid is gonna give me all my life training right here.
Oh no, I could never do that to you. You need me, and all of Valinor needs me. I'm not as important, but I'm still important. We're almost as important as the Elder, actually. He even looks to us for guidance sometimes. I love the job. It just has some downsides. I wouldn't mind leaving Valinor one day, but that's probably just because I'm not allowed to. You know what they say about wanting what you can't have.
Done? Done? Whoa.
Yeah, it's great here. Sometimes I wish I could leave, but it's dangerous out there. Mazeo is the closest city, and we all know what happened there.
What happened to
Baltaeus
Mazeo?
would be way too cold for me, and Dalarinthia would be way too warm. I think we have it perfect right here.
What's happening?
It's the
to
trade
Mazeo?
hub of Alestia, full of docks and ships. I really hate talking about this, so I'll make it quick. It's been over 20 years since the Triumvirate occupied it. They put a trade ban in effect as soon as they did. It doesn't affect me too much, except for a type of apple. My parents used to treat me with them when I was younger.
Aww.
Hopefully one day they remove the stupid ban. They say it keeps order on things, but I'm not sure. More laws just means more rules to break, right?
Oof.
Anyway, yeah.
Bruh, this
Mazeo
kid
was a really interesting place.
literally
Everyone said the force they used
needs
to
to be
occupy it
governor
was
or something.
justified. Eliminating
president.
piracy and bringing the law to Mazeo was necessary.
I like this kid's his way of thinking. Goddamn. Alright, I'm gonna... I don't care. Hey. Alright. We're done with that. To the town square. Town square is a serene and beautiful place, like usual. Far cry from how I saw it in last night's vision. I take a deep breath and relax. We're all safe.
Nice to see you again. I was starting to worry you might be late. Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
She runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. I glance over at Fortime and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my, is this a hint of romance I see?
What?
And in public too?
It's a
People
hug!
Start to talk.
Yo, Fortime, settle down. Settle down.
Shut it, Fortum! Nobody
Fortum?
asked you. I was just excited to see the scene.
I like Fortime better.
Remember how special today is?
At least ask before hugging me. That's something a furry would say. In fursuit, mostly. She's just enthusiastic for him. So what if there's something between us? I don't comment on rumors and speculation. Do I want to go for the obvious option? What if there's a better, like, romance down the line? What if I can somehow convince Sophie to come to our side, right? And just, like, seduce him into being on the good side, you know? Like, what if that happens? Would I be able to do that if I were to do any romantic options now? You know? Maybe the game is just tempting you, like, giving you all these guys and girls to, like, flirt with, and then just, like, then you can't do it later. You know? You understand? I understand.
Hey, I'm happy for you too. I was gonna hug you, I swear. But I guess there's more important matters at hand. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
He runs off to the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I could talk to Valessa. We need to meet up with Miles so they could hear about my vision.
I swear, Fortum can be so insufferable.
What's this one?
Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do. He keeps things interesting, to say the least.
Actually, kind of have a thing. I don't know what this one is. We'll just do that.
Hey, I'm just joking around. We're best friends. We're supposed to poke fun. Either way, something about this doesn't add up to me. Fortum would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision, didn't you?
Damn! She really just read us like a book. That's crazy. That's wild.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why. Should we go to the Grand Tree then? Might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us. Whoa, you're starting to creep me out, Seer. Involving the Elder? That's very serious.
Yes, bitch,
But
now let's go!
I trust your judgment. I really do. Let's grab Fortum and head to Miles'
Fortum.
place.
I don't like Fortum. I like
If
Fortime.
it's actually that bad,
Makes him
you should be there
seem
with us.
younger.
Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
Valessa has now permanently joined your party. Like before, new content has been unlocked in old areas. But a new feature, Parallel Chronicles, has also been unlocked. A brief tutorial on that will follow after this dialogue window. The world of Alestia is a living and breathing place. The large cast of characters is always up to something. Though the story takes place from your perspective, you can view parallel scenes. These are located on the top left. Press A while hovering over them to view the parallel scene. Oh. There's oh god. Well, so we entered the chambers of the... I've already forgotten how to pronounce that. Pavilion had extracted the information they desired. No! Shane! I believed in you! Shane! You gave in, I'm so sorry. They raised their heads and turned to him, scoffing. A hint of aggression on their quickly concealed faces.
Sylvie, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Halen has finished his interrogation, Masters. I thought it would be wise to relay the results.
We would never do such a thing. Information is granted to you as we see fit. If you are left in the dark, it is not permanent. But please, tell us what Halen discovered. We have a feeling our theories are similar.
Yes, of course. The Exodus wielder is located in Valinor. I am ready to launch our attack at a moment's notice.
Good. Then it is time to hear the rest. Valinor is just a small part of our larger plan. We see no more reason to withhold this information.
That much was obvious, Masters. Why did you keep it from me for so long? Halen and I are more than loyal enough.
No, you're not gonna be loyal. You're gonna switch to the other side. At some point.
Sylvie, this is not a matter of loyalty. We are sure you'll understand when you hear.
Also, Sophie kind of looks like a goat. Is Sophie a goat? Sophie's probably a goat.
Yes. My apologies.
Like, you see the horns?
Nobody likes being left in the dark. I will ensure my words sound less doubtful. If there is a greater plan at play,
yeah, Sophie's definitely a goat.
I find no greater pleasure than
Not sure why the
serving your
ears, all the
cause.
characters'
So please,
ears seem very
tell me what you wish,
wolfish.
and it will happen.
We've led you to believe that Valinor is our goal. However, it is just the beginning of a much larger plan. Today, you will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
I banish you to the spirit realm! Damn it, yes! Damn it can only gather in the town square come morning. The road to Valinor would be long and fraught with danger. But this time, Damek was certain he'd sent the right man.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? It's not too late to ask for some escorts.
Yes, Damek, stop asking. I'll be fine. And I'm well aware of the dangers. Bringing more people would just put them in harm's way.
Well, forgive me for caring. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. If the attack is imminent, you'll have to rush.
I expect it'll take me under a day. I'll arrive in the dead of night or maybe early morning. Seeking out the seer will be the first thing I do.
Fantastic, then things will go perfectly. Make sure to give the rest of the town a heads up. You can all evacuate together. You'll blend right in. But remember, you need to stop by Milas and grab the blade. Otherwise, the Triumvirate will seize it when they attack. If I'm honest, I don't think we stand a chance without it.
Okay.
I can't believe they're attacking Valinor. The occupation of Mazeo is still so fresh. Thankfully, they haven't found us yet.
Right under their noses, just as we should be. I'm going to meet with the mayor after this, actually. I'll see about fully claiming those underground tunnels. Whatever they were digging for, they've stopped. I think it would make a fine base of operations. getting the deed shouldn't be too difficult.
Wait, you mean we'll have a new home? No more sleeping on the hard tavern floor?
Damn. You've been homeless this whole time?
Never again. It's time we get established. I have some large shoes to fill as the general. The first step is finding us a fitting home.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. But one last thing before I go. Is it true what I've heard about Milas?
Absolutely, so please be kind to him. He'll be a valuable ally in the coming days. Best of luck on your vacation, Ulrich.
Vacation.
Trust me, I wish that's what it was. But I'll try retrieving the seer and the blade as soon as possible. Good luck with the but coming back to a home with an actual battle plan? It's starting to feel like our cause has some real weight to it. I feel bad for doubting you, Dominik. You're doing a great job.
Okay. Do we have to go back to the other places now? Probably. Let's go back to Main Street. I don't think anything interesting will be at that one. Pro? We haven't met Pro yet. Furry game? Yes, furry game! Blank, do you want me to catch you up on what's happening? His opponent scoffed and shouted accusations of cheating. He smirked as he made his way to the bar, laughing them off. With his newfound riches, he'll celebrate over a drink.
Only when they lose do they accuse me of cheating. Where I come from, it's called a sore loser, Aaron.
We love Pro!
It's only being sore.
Wait, no, we
if
love
you're not
Aaron.
Cheating. Pro, are you swindling people in my tavern again?
Now, that's such
Pro
a
would
terrible
never.
way of putting it. There's nothing wrong with using sleight of hand to win. I like to think that they're paying me for my awesome tricks.
Sleight of hand? Pro? That's no pro. Thank you for the alert, Blank. So basically, right, since you said yes, even though you went to alert. Basically, there is a rebellion, and, like, people that are taking over. I forget what their name is. It's like Triberant or something like that. Triberant is going to attack a town soon, and the rebellion knows about it. So the rebellion's going to go to the seer, which is a very important person because they have visions. And then have them use a special knife that's supposed to help them win any battles that are gonna occur soon. Yeah, that's all I got. So we are the seer. So wait, I had to do something. Oh, yeah, this is Pro, and then I already forgot what this guy is. Aaron. I like Aaron. I love Aaron.
And taking it out on me and my tavern. Yeah, I can see why you think that's so much fun. You're not the one who has to clean up after the brawls.
Trust me, I'd kill for a brawl right now. And remember, this isn't your tavern.
Sure it is. Has my name on the deed and everything.
Oh yeah? Say that to
Aaron's just so
Dominic's face. He's only
nonchalant.
keeping you open as an intermediary. We need a neutral place between Mazeo and Valanorth.
Trust me, Pro. I'd manage just fine on my own. Most people come here for the drinks and the fun. Domek's support is a bonus, not really a necessity. Besides, how is your investigation going? Weren't you looking into the seer or something? Hard to do that when you play cards all day.
Pro speaks with passion. Pro is a cheater in cards. He used sleight of hand. And I'm offended by that.
You think I'm playing, but I'm secretly listening.
But look how
Your
adorable
patrons
he
have given me
is.
a great deal of information.
Like, look at that still. Look at how cute that still is. Like, he's just looking off to the sunset. Look at him. Look at him. I love him. I'd give him a hug, and I would be okay with him stealing my wallet.
So you're stealing that from them too? Are you ever gonna give anything back around here?
Yeah, I'm this close to making my move. There's this really cool sword being held in Valinor. I'm supposed to retrieve it along with the seer. Of course, that was almost a week ago. Namek is pretty impatient, so I better hurry. If I take any longer, he might send someone else.
It'd be like that.
That's the smartest thing you've said. Not today
He's
or this
why
week,
did Aaron sound like
just
an
in general.
infomercial right there?
It's not like that blade will come to you.
Like he was about to say, have you and the loved one suffered or was affected by mesothelioma? Something like that. I don't know.
Here, try this new ale that just came in. But after that, you really need to get to work. I'm afraid you're scaring away some of my business.
He gives him alcohol and it's just like, now go back to work.
Yeah, I'll
That's
get
crazy.
right on it. At least let me write my boss first. There's a bunch of stuff he has to know.
You mean Domek? He's my boss too, you know.
Yeah, of course. I'll grab a paper and you break out that ale.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. It's fine. We are back. Wait, where's Fortnite?
Aw, I'll take that.
Oh. I didn't mean... Okay, so Fortnite's with me, but we also have...
Hey.
Do they all just say hey whenever I talk to them?
His attention span
Kinda
isn't
sus.
the best, you know. He'll zone out in the middle of our studies. And he always finds a way to make things humorous. It can be somewhat frustrating when I'm trying to teach him, but maybe that's
He needs
just
to calm
me.
down a little.
I
He
need to loosen up a little.
take things a little too seriously. As long as we get along in the end, it doesn't matter. Take things too seriously.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we're in positions that are very sacred. If we don't take this seriously, we'll end up failing.
Damn.
Maybe I'm just picking up Fortum's slack. I feel like the villagers hold us to a certain standard. If it were just him, he'd fall way short of those standards. I must sound like an awful person right now. I just feel like we all need to act professionally.
You know, fun fact, right? If this were an anime, Valessa is most likely to die here because she has a braid to the side of her face.
Yeah, definitely. I've been preparing for weeks. It's not too complicated, at least for me. It might be a little harder for you. But basically, just recite after Milas. After that, it's one big celebration. My role is minimal. This is your special day. As long as you can handle the spotlight, you're good. You won't have to memorize anything, or make a huge speech.
Are we only doing this now?
Apparently, Milos' father was caught up in other things. It must have been important to shun something like this. I wonder if it's related to his disappearance. Anyway, that's why it hasn't happened until now. It's supposed to happen when you're much younger, but I don't see any reason why it can't happen now.
When does it start?
As soon as the sun starts to set. So likely we still have a few hours. Plenty of time to meet with Milos.
How long will it last?
This only happens once a generation, so I'm not sure. But I've heard that it goes until the sun starts to rise. That's a bit too much for me. We'll see how long I can last.
Too long. Damn.
From what I've seen, you're pretty stressed today. I think the ceremony and the party will help you unwind. After it's done, we can take care of whatever we need to.
Yeah, okay. Bye, Valessa. Let's go to Milos' house now, right? Yeah, let's do that. Jillian! How you doing, Jillian? I love you. What you doing? How's it going? How's been your day so far? We entered Milos' house with an aura of purpose. Though they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table, oblivious to our existence. I just finished recording my I don't... What? Okay, Jillian. You're smart, I'm not. English, please.
Hey, Milas. We need to have a word.
Graduation speech! I could never. Jillian, I'm proud of you. That's amazing. I hope it went well. Not too many mistakes going through the video, you know? Doesn't seem to respond and continues his business. Portame seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few minutes later, Valessa gives up and interjects.
Milas, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams a fist on the table, startling Milas. He jumps back a few feet and frightened and laughs. Whatever he was looking at, it fully engrossed
You know
him.
what they say about death.
Ooh!
When
He's
we die,
purple!
We go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that
Guys,
knowledge,
he's purple!
spiritual
Look at
energy
him!
should be infinite.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
He motions to the back of his house, a carpeted area. With no chairs inside, it looks like we'll be sitting on the floor. Honestly, mood. We'll make our way over there, questioning just what he
I
meant.
think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the seer had a vision last night. A big one.
Welcome back,
Hopefully
Lucas!
we have enough time to get through all of this.
I won a match and got beat up real hard in another one. Oh no, that's not fun. But yeah, at least you won one match.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the
Whoa.
interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
Cancelled? I wanted to drink!
What?
Dot, dot, dot.
You can't be serious. You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
Win is a win. Fortnite is fuming with anger and very angry. You know? Listen, right? I would be angry too if I was ready to have a party and drink and then they cancel it. To be honest, I guess my list was right. Plans have changed, but the timing along with my vision was odd.
What's going on here, Milas?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. Seer, tell us about the vision you had.
I take a deep breath as we all sit down. That was the moment I told him everything. How Valinor was destroyed by the words. I told him about the blaze and the agony, about the man who led the attack had a mystical blade. Not only did it kill Ulrich, but it killed me as well. When I finished my story, I met with silence. They look among themselves in shock and confusion. That's fine. It was a lot to process all at once. Among Us.
Just as I expected. It was only a matter of time before you saw it.
Nat.
If the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Welcome back, Nat. Unless you were just lurking, then I appreciate you coming out of the darkness.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. It's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
It is. And unfortunately, it's just the start.
I've been eating my
There are
tacos
still
and
some
watching. We
important
love
matters
that.
at hand.
You should hand me a taco. I'm kind of
Before I
hungry.
send you off, I'll tell you everything.
He smiles at each of us before taking a breath. I noticed large bags under his eyes, signs of unrest. He must have been living with the secret for a
I
while.
didn't want to tell you until you needed to know.
Thank you,
Just
Nat.
lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valinor, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry.
Gray, oh
What
no.
they plan to bring to Valinor is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
I should make pizza. Just like that empty armor seemed to imply. So Valinor did have some relation to the rebellion. And it wasn't just during Milus's short reign either.
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Make? Oh, basically, get the frozen ones out of the freezer and put them in the oven. That is my definition of make.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Milus. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valinor the moment he helped them.
Yeah, exactly. Put the frozen pizza into the oven. That is my definition of make.
Understandable, but this is not my fault. Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
Rebel victory?
The blade that the seer mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable.
Uh-oh, drama in game, right? We're talking about pizza, and there's like a whole thing like, oh, the rebellion is the Valinor is linked with the rebellion here, blah 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 blah. All this other shit. Guys, am I the only one that has been getting a lot of spam emails? Or is it just me going to the wrong site?
But it was not an easy feat to accomplish.
Rebellion. Shut up.
In their
We're talking
pursuit
about
of the
frozen
blade,
pizza.
many
Fair.
people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself.
The father? No, I don't know
The
what
new
we're talking
leader,
about.
Damek sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the Grand Tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
We should have gone to the Grand Tree, huh?
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortem. The rebel leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
Damn. What's going on? It's a very big room, huh? It is indeed a very big room. It's a very interesting room. I would love to, like, explore it, IRL.
You mean...
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valinorth's entire history.
Ulrich is coming to us, Gray. You didn't see it. He's on his way. He'll be here by morning. We have a few hours till nightfall, so less than 12 hours. The first alliance in Valinor's entire history.
Whoa.
Yes!
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew and created a large army. Large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
So my dad made the rebellion, then disappeared. Or killed. That's all I'm
I
gathering.
don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
And there's like a really powerful sword / knife thing that's at the tree right now.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valinorth is a dying culture, Valessa.
Dying?
What I am about to tell
Rip.
you must not leave this room.
What is it?
You know of Salberg, right? How it houses the spirit idol of Valinorth.
He said, "Fuck y'all, I'm finna dip. I'm about to dip.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. But
Rebellion,
it's been
oh,
blocked
poof.
off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
Lucas, make me a pizza too! Cause I'm too lazy to get up.
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Seer, on the eve of your birth, it went dark.
Fox! Hey,
Valinorth
Fox!
is living
How you doing, friend?
unlimited spiritual energy.
How was stream? Unless you're streaming, cause Robbie hops in when he's streaming. It's funny.
There's no way I believe that, Milas. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case for Tim. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last seer we shall ever have.
I'm the last seer? I'm offended. I should order some pizza today again. I've been eating pizza for the last 4 days. Honestly, mood. I've been eating McDonald's for the last week. Stream went well, was gonna raid you, but choose raid was redeemed. Rip.
Normally,
All good though.
spirit idol chooses
Who
a
did he
child.
end up raiding? Did you know them? Or was it a new person?
Surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, Seer, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
So I'm the last seer, and the spirits are like, alright, guys, this is the last one. So we're just gonna put everything in this one. Like, literally everything. Like, all your powers. All the attempts to make a vision. Put it into this one last person. Because we're not trying again. If they ruin the world, then so be it. We're not doing it. This is when God abandoned us. New person, they weren't affiliate though, so maybe I helped a bit. You probably did, Fox. We love trying to help people get into affiliate.
It sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted and abused them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
I expect that Valenorth will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing, and I don't think the spirits gave up on us.
But I've been lurking since you started trying to get VIP. We love that. We're almost there, Fox. I believe in you. Make good choices, EV, or it's all up to you. Listen. Alright? If I destroy the world by accident, it's not my fault. It is not. I refuse to blame it on me.
I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us. The seer and that blade can save us all.
Yeah, great.
Back to that
Great
blade again?
flexing the VIP
What does that have
badge.
to do with all of this?
It's not an ordinary blade, as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, Seer,
Oop, I didn't mean to do that.
I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mosaic,
And flexing the follow.
defeat the triumvirate. I know this is asking a
Simply
lot of you, but
better,
we'll always
Gray.
follow their lead.
It has been so long.
Valenorth may be attacked, but we can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
Unjust gods, oh no. And more ... dots. Oh jeez. Lucas with the 1 month. Jillian, try it again. The cooldown should be done. More dots? God damn. You know, it doesn't let me keep clicking. It's funny.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the spirit's absence? And to make sure the triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come.
Oh, I'm dead.
Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it.
Right? Why isn't PogChamp following? I'm offended by that, guys. Time to riot.
What we do have, however, is the potential of the seer.
8 months, Jillian. I love you for it.
Sacrificed himself to get this blade. He
No, y'all want to know something funny?
wield it and achieve
I lost a
liberation.
follower when I started this stream. They didn't want to see the furry content.
Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate. We might be a bit
Who
behind,
unfollowed? I
but we'll
don't
meet at
know.
Mazeo. There's lots to plan and little
Call
time
them
to
out.
plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers.
There's probably a way to tell who unfollows, but I don't have that way. Just know that I unfollowed. I started the stream with 293 and it's now 292, and I find that hilarious. He's all furry and tagged and went.
As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
He stands up and walks away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business. We exchange glances with one another, overwhelmed. I'm not following myself. I'm not allowed to follow myself. Ooh, Fox, you got 11 new follows. We love that for you.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. My list said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way. Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
Almost a year, guys. If you do exclamation point subathon, if you did not know the information, I'm doing a subathon next week, and I'm excited, and I
Yeah,
hope you guys are
you're
too.
right. We do the same thing, even if Miles didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valinor. But he said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valinor for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions.
That's unfortunate, Lucas, but maybe you'll get a gifted sub next week.
I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Miles' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
Hope.
Let's
Hope.
take this one step at a time, Valessa.
All about the
We'll grab
hope,
the
friends.
weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We nod and stand up as well. With an attack on the way, we had to move. Miles would take care of evacuating everyone else. If we got that blade first, so we couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then? I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
Almost a year since I started streaming. We love that, Fox. I think I think it took 5 months to get affiliate, so probably like a year and 5 months.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise. There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
To the Grand Tree! Woo! Alright, is there anything to look around at? Miles isn't using the stuff, so I assume it's fair game. I pushed aside a few papers looking for anything of note. A book on something Peacemaker, since it's brought it up. Apparently the spirit idol there has stopped giving off energy.
Valinorth's line of seers. The seers of Valinorth have helped guide our nation to a state of constant peace.
I mean, three,
Everyone
but I
in
had help
Valinor
from
lives a
you,
simple and
Rachel,
happy
and everyone.
life under
Yeah.
the guidance of the spirit
I remember
realm.
lurking every time
There's
you
only
streamed.
one seer or seeress per generation, and their birth is marked by a surge of energy emanating from our spirit idol located in Solberg. There's a rotation of guards who watch the idol when a birth is expected to take place. As there can only be one seer or seeress at any given time, and the spans of time without them are very small, we can accurately predict when another shall be given to us. With Valinorth's small population, it is very rare for multiple births to happen on one night. However, that is not the purpose of my writing. I wish to discuss what was observed on the night of the most recent generation. Typically, the spirit idol will have a burst of light and energy before returning to a dim state. However, with the latest birth, there was no dim state. Only darkness remained when the final seer was given to us. The implications that this has on the future of both Valinor and Alestia are too large to even fathom.
Still work in
We
progress
must
for
simply
me,
take
but
each
we'll
day
get
as
there
it
soon.
comes, knowing
Great,
our
I
dependence
believe.
on
I
the
lurk as
spirits will
much as
grow
I can. I
smaller
love
and
you.
smaller.
We'll get you there, and
Now,
I'll throw
we
you
must
money.
come to rely on the rest of Alestia.
I'll throw
instead
money
of
at
only
you.
ourselves.
You know?
I will seek out
gotta get that
potential
first
partners
batch.
in the future. The
No one
Elder
else
of
is allowed to have
Valinor.
it.
I had no idea that they were hiding such a secret. Valinor could run out of spiritual energy for good? The cold from Eastcrown could easily kill us off.
Great, I will give you as much money as I fucking you hear me? Thank you.
Orson, don't worry. It could be thousands of years before we run out. Besides, at this point, it's still conjecture.
Still conjecture. Him at the table looking at the scattered pieces of paper. My list is deep in his studies and I really hate to bother him. I want to read some as well, so I try to grab something he's put aside.
On Valinorth's blood leaves. Though it doesn't look like it at first glance, Valinor is actually settled high atop the mountains of Alestia.
It's suddenly
We believe
great!
that it is the spiritual energy that keeps our village and its surrounding areas warm. But the reach of this energy is not infinite, and it cannot affect the colder climate seen in Eastcrown. We don't venture into Eastcrown simply because our bodies would not be able to handle it.
Oh yeah, guys, I have a
That is
Discord. If
separate
you
story,
guys aren't
and
in
I
my
wish to
Discord
touch
yet,
upon the
please
blood
join the
leaves native to
Discord.
Valinor.
We do
At
things
the
there.
very top of
I
the
think.
grand tree,
Sometimes.
for an unknown reason, the leaves grow a crimson red. We have no explanation for this, though some people believe that these are the tears from the departed, trying to reach our physical realm. A superstition, to say the least. Every few years, a gale of cold wind comes from Eastcrown and assaults the canopy of Valinor. This causes many of the leaves to wilt and fall off. The wind carries these dead leaves on a journey through Alestia's skies, including the aforementioned blood leaves.
8 a.m.
The
Oh
rest of
no!
The world sees the falling of the blood leaves as
Yes,
an
guys, I'm
omen,
having a subathon
a
next week.
portend of bad things to come.
It's gonna be fun.
The sky being painted
Minimum
red with
8
these
hours.
leaves may look scary
Maximum.
to some, but those who
Oh,
live in
there
Valinor
has to be
see
a
it as a
maximum.
natural event.
But you know,
The
I'm not
Elder
gonna
of
say that.
Valinor.
All-nighter for the furry game? You sure about that? Have to use the Pokedex thing to travel through the server. Lucas, no! Why do you use the Pokedex? I mean, the Pokedex... Okay, at least the Pokedex is getting some use out of it. Last time I took my eyes away from the stream for like 3 minutes, you just poofed. Poofed? What do you mean poofed? I didn't poof. Poof.
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
Damn. You have fur!
The fall of the blood leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
What other purpose? Damn! Just like, you're only useful for the bleeding leaves. Look through all the books, nothing seems interesting. Everything in my list found worth is already on the table. And on the little deck by the window.
Hey, it's a ladder.
Oh, actually, it's a step ladder? What? What was that interaction? Hey, look, it's a ladder. Actually, it's a step ladder? What was that? What the hell? Alright, who should we check out? Should we check out Damic or Silva first? Actually, is there anything else? Understand. Ladder's sus. The ladder is imposter. It's a map of the known world far in the back wall. We're in Valinor with Mazeo a little bit north of us. In the east is Mazeo of Mazeo's Ale of the Words. And further north it's Baltus. I have a feeling we'd be going to Baltus doorstep of whatever that is. Alright, who should we check out? Damick or Sophie? Sophie. Actually, first we should probably talk to these fuckers.
Hey. You mean everything that Milas told us? I'm freaking out. I can hardly believe it. But the spirits would never lie to us. Right?
Damick? Okay.
I can't believe the Triumvirate is our enemy. I know they had their reasons with Mazeo, but there's no reason to attack Valinor. Not at all. Then why don't they ask for it? There's no need to attack us like this.
Valessa. There are some weird names here. And then there's Shane. By the way, Gray, while you were gone, Shane gave away all their secrets. I'm not sure what secrets, but there were some. Shane gave in. Gave in to the torture. And I'm depressed.
They said they took it over to fight piracy. But they're acting in their own interest. Burning down our village? They don't care about Alestia. It only makes sense, right? It must have something to do with the spirits. Tyrants can't stand when something is in their way.
Shane told them who you are? Oh no! Probably. Here we have Valessa, Milas, Kaelan, Gossel, and John. Don't mess with John. You're not wrong.
Honestly, I don't know. I usually look to you when I
Do
think
I
about
seduce Sophie? I think I should seduce
Without
Sophie.
spiritual
Just in my
energy,
opinion.
Things will change. We're up in mountains, and the spirits keep us warm. Without them, Valinor would freeze and wilt away. We'd have to migrate
Look
to
at-
Mazeo, like Mila said.
Yeah, you can pursue relationships
One
in this
thing I
game.
know is that the
And
Triumvirate is
Sophie
violent.
is part of the bad side.
There's no way people will side with this.
Okay, why not? Ulrich?
It's only a matter
Ulrich
of
is
time
one of
before word
those.
starts spreading.
He's like a jock, like the typical jock that thinks he's always right. So no.
I think I need to concern myself with Alestia's future.
Whereas
The
enemies to
rebellion will probably be
lovers
swarming with
is
these clans.
fucking great.
We can fight back.
One of my
so
favorite
no one else
ones.
loses their home.
No fighter, they has to be on their way. No, we're not gonna take them
And
down.
It all starts with that special blade. I guess we should head to the Grand Tree. No sense leaving without it, right?
Okay, this just got a whole lot deeper. You can obviously tell he has a soft side. Well, obviously, but I don't like him. I don't. I like enemies to lovers instead of jock has a soft side for one person. I don't like that trope. Enemies to lover is a better trope.
I'll decide when I see it. You and Milas made it seem really incredible. But at the end of the day, it's just a sword. I doubt it'll be the turning point of this battle. Of course, I wouldn't mind being proven wrong. What else can you tell me about it?
It's more like than a blade, it just looks like one. Their lackey took down our entire village with it. It steals life to grow their army, Valessa.
So, the more he killed, the more he had to serve him? And Ulrich's life powered a bunch of armored suits? That means their army could always outnumber Alestia.
Yes.
I'm starting to see why it might be a threat. But we won't be stealing life like that, right? We should keep it from them and limit their numbers.
I will never use it like them. I am a just
I'm starting
person.
to worry.
I am
Without
a
that
just
blade, their
person.
armies
I
can-
will never do that.
They can't hide behind numbers like before.
I'm intrigued on how my decisions affect this game. Alright, I'm done with Valessa. We'll do
Hey,
Portum. What do you think about all this?
it's a little overwhelming, to be honest. I know I acted all cool, but I'm not really sure. I'm used to a simple life. Now that's all gone. As far as I know, Valinor is the last spiritual nation. If we lose our connection, what's going to happen? Will Alestia just be completely devoid of spirits?
Yeah.
And not only that, but the Triumvirate being evil? As far as I know, they've always been benevolent. I know what we lost in Mazeo, but I've moved on. Anyway, I can process all of that later. I'm more worried about what's going to happen to us. Not Valenorth or Alestia. Just you, me, and Valessa.
Damn, this guy is pure neutral. We'll be fine as we stick together.
Definitely. We're a team for a reason. There's nothing we can't handle. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's grab that blade and head to Mazeo. Whatever you need, I'll be by your side.
You can be open.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. But I wouldn't want to come off as whiny. Right now, we need to combine our strengths. The pity party seems appealing, but it'd be a waste. We can't afford to throw away the sacrifice of Myla's father.
Yeah, I'm done here. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is Damek. That kills Grey Ass. Damek conversed with Grease and the mayor of Mazeo. There was much to be done before the rebellion could settle down, but first on his agenda was procuring the city's underground tunnels. A place to operate in secrecy would be essential to their continued success.
Come on, Grizz, this must be possible. Even their honor guard barely monitors the place. When they do, they're oblivious to our existence. If we don't push them, they won't push back. Although, one final push might be required. Either way, we need that deed as a rightful claim.
I said for Damek Pro and Ulrich. Oh no, Gray.
Damek, for the last time, it's not so simple. If the
He has a
triumvirate
sheep
knew
on
I was
his
helping you, they'd kill me. I wouldn't be surprised if
This
they
guy is
damaged
literally
Mazeo
the
as well.
epitome of the big bad wolf. Killed a sheep. Mind you, this is a furry world. That sheep is a human. The human equivalent.
Oh, come on, it's not that risky. We'll
Very,
operate
got very
silently.
dark very
They'll
fast, I
never
know.
Everything has a paper trail,
What?
Damek. I keep track of every step I take. At the end of the day, I'm still their general.
Bro. Bro. He's cross-eyed. Big bad wolf is cross-eyed. Dude, my friend asked for a girl's number and found she gave it. Did she really? Was it real? Sus. Man doesn't even imagine getting a girl like that. Damn, that's
I
for real.
understand that you want those tunnels, but it would be
That's
too
honest
risky.
respect right
They'd
there.
find us out. I'm not gambling with my life. Understand?
That face is low-key cute. It's adorable, but like, he killed another person and is wearing their skin. I would say fleece, but like, that's literally an ear in the face.
With them, it's a gamble, I'll give you that. But with me, I'll have you know it's a certainty. I don't think you
She
know how
picked
much
up,
we
damn.
need those tunnels.
Damek, is that a threat?
Oof. He goes from cross-eyed to I can't take him seriously now that I saw his cross-eyed face.
Of course not. We're too close for that. Close enough that you won't have to find out. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal.
Look at
Mazeo
him!
is rubbed off on you. I'd expect
Wolf,
such
bark,
tactics from pirates, not you. I have
Wolf,
to say,
grr.
you'd need something big to woo me.
Woo me? Or ooh-woo me? Damn, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me, I'm sorry. Derek walks up to the desk and places some papers on down. He looks at Grizz with a smile, who returned only shock.
They dig for 20 years and find nothing. I use my forces and we find it in days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is it.
Great, please.
Domek, I don't believe this. This is what I've been looking for. You must tell me where it is.
A deed might sweeten the deal for me. Besides, you can report this finding to the Triumvirate. They'll be so ecstatic they won't notice anything else.
It is a big deal.
Look at
and
his
it might
face!
shake them, but they'd likely send forces here
I hate it
immediately.
here.
You want me to put a target on your new HQ?
Actually, their forces will be preoccupied. I have word that they're undertaking another mission. We'll have plenty of time to occupy and fortify.
I can't believe you found it, Domek. If you want the deed, you must give me exclusive access. Nobody else can touch it. I have my plans, and that's final.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to, but you might have to wait a bit longer. Tapping into it requires some special means.
Blank.
But I promise you won't be waiting much longer. So please, if you would hand over the deed, and once they arrive, it's all yours.
I'm gonna look for a bit, gonna go play some Minecraft news, listen to the stream. Okay, Lucas, I'll be here for a bit. Alright, we finished Domek. Let's do Sova. Sovi left the chambers of his masters, remaining in shock. The truth of things had been explained, and he was surprised. He knew it would take a while before he accepted these revelations.
Such a truth. And to think I never knew. This will change everything about my approach.
Sova? Valo? Don't, Gray. Don't. I need at least 2 more days before I can go back to Valo.
Master, you seem unwell. We leave tomorrow.
Halen's a vibe, though. I like Halen.
I know I'm not the one to give orders, but please.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It seems there is more to this attack than we knew. The Triumvirate just finished explaining our true objective.
Love the ping.
True objective?
Yeah.
Sovi, what is the meaning of this?
I don't think I'm able to tell you, Halen. They trusted me alone with this information. Perhaps you can visit.
Also,
them in
Gray,
your
I
own
was
time.
thinking about it. I think Sovi is a goat because of the horns, right? And his nose is a bit different, right? And then Halen looks like a weird bear.
Typical. Teasing me with information and pulling rank. I want to prove myself, Sovi. I want to be at your side.
Trust me, that would be wonderful. But this is different. It changes everything.
Agreed,
It would be
yeah.
better to hear it directly from them.
All right, all right. I have to say, you seem quite distressed.
I wonder what my
I'll go
character
talk to
looks
them,
like.
But take my advice and rest.
I would like to know.
I'm afraid there's no time for that, Halen. I'm going to speak with the prisoner. He's coming too.
Shane is coming with us? Sovi, that doesn't make any sense.
It seems a run-in with the rebels is likely.
You're taking Shane?
To that end, I've come up with a fitting
Is
punishment.
he alive? Damn.
When you're done with our masters, meet me back here.
Yes, of course. I'm ready to take action at a moment's notice. And now, something tells me we will be.
What, taking action at a moment's notice? Okay, we've done all that, all of them, conversations. Samantha underneath the desk as well. I guess Mindless has more pressing matters in mind. Must have been relieving to tell us all what he had did. Okay, I think we're done here. To the great tree! giant tree towers above everything else in Valinor. And because of the Valinor's altitude, it towers above the world. We take slow steps across the makeshift bridge, holding onto the sides. Belissa stops in her tracks, taking in the surroundings. A hint of confusion appears on her face as she breaks the silence. Stopping as well, Fortem and I listen to her
Alright,
words.
we really need to talk. Seer, what are your thoughts on all this? You've been totally silent since we left Milas.
Hey, Valessa, no
No
prying.
prying.
Let him open up when he wants to.
I'm just curious, that's all. It's not like Milas treated us to afternoon tea. Everything is different. Besides, venting can help.
I'd rather not talk about it, which is an angry one. I don't want to think. I feel lost, sad. I feel invigorated, like I finally have a purpose that's happy. And neutral, I'm just taking things as they come, to be honest. Sad.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. In just a couple hours, everything changed. They can't expect us to adapt that quickly.
She turns back around and we continue walking. I try to admire the scenery, but that attempt is short-lived. Fortem, who had taken the lead, also stops and distracts.
Actually, on the subject of venting, there's something I need to get off my chest. Or, I guess, there's something I need to ask you to.
Sure. What is it?
I know we don't like talking about this, and sometimes we pretend it never even happened. But we can't anymore. We're going to Museo.
Venting? Sus. Damn. Wait. Oh no. Oh no, the venting noise. It's coming. Ah! The PTSD from the vents. From the venting noise.
So I think now we need to face the facts. That's the last place our parents were... I mean, they were there when it happened.
When it happened, what happened?
Casualties of the occupation.
Now we have the chance to fight back against the Triumvirate. They were directly responsible for what happened there. Are we doing this for Alestia? Or for ourselves?
You mean revenge? Fortem, I don't know how to answer that. All of our parents... That was so long ago.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not. But we can't just fight because Milas told us to. We each need a purpose, even if they're different.
I guess I want Alestia's freedom. Is that not reason enough to fight?
Oh, is that a bow? I just noticed that that red thing behind Valessa is a bow. Understood.
That's a goal, Valessa, not a purpose. Let me ask the seer, why do you fight? What weight will you carry with that blade?
Me? Desire to avenge our parents, a dream that no one else will lose their home, the drive to protect my friends from danger. Actually, I have no purpose, I was forced into that. I'd rather not talk about this, Fortem. A drive to protect my friends from danger.
Good. Tap into that drive whenever you can. Don't let any swing of your blade lack purpose. A fight without purpose is a fight you'll never win.
Oh, damn. Yo, this kid, spitting facts. Like, if he were to rap, he would be spitting bars as well.
I have more to say, though, so hold on. Our parents went to Museo together, as a group of friends. Now, we're doing the same. And trust me, I'm worried. They got caught up in a fight, and we will too. But I don't want to die. I want to save Alestia. So promise me, we'll stay together. Right until the end.
Of course, until the end. I have no idea what will happen to us, though. You're asking me to make a promise I can't keep. Yeah, of course, it'll be a piece of cake. Remain silent. Of course, until
There
the
we
end.
go. That's the spirit. With that attitude, we'll never lose.
Bring
Now
that into
let's get
Valo.
blade
Fight with
and head to
purpose.
Museo.
Yeah, I'm about ready to get off this bridge. Not exactly the best place for a heart-to-heart. Though, honestly, I'm glad you opened up. And actually...
You're the
I
one who
think I
turned us
found my
around
purpose.
just to talk.
I want to fight to protect my closest friends. So, about that promise, I'll be here, right until the end.
I nod and they smile at one another. A few moments later, we continue our trek to the Grand Tree. This time, however, we reach our goal with no interruptions. As soon as we enter, we all spread out. Perhaps covering more ground would help us find it easier. However, much to our surprise, it's out in the open.
Wait, that's it?
It's wrapped up in a sack in front of the Grand Tree's altar. The general shape and size was easily discernible to me. It was the instrument of my death and Valonor's destruction.
There's a letter attached to it. Let's see what it says.
Wait, hold on. I don't think we're supposed to touch it. We should probably leave this one to the seer.
I'm sure it's fine as long as it's covered up. Very well. Feel free to do the honors.
They both look at me, leaving me little choice in the matter. It's not like they had any choice in this either, however. Taking slow steps to the altar, I look down at the letter.
Well, what does it say?
I kneel down and pull off the letter, breaking some adhesive. It's from Milos, and it gives us a bit more information. None of us really left Valinor, so guidance is helpful.
Instructions from Milos. Thank you for following my directions. It's good to know we'll be able to work with each other on this grand endeavor. Hidden inside this package here is the blade we talked about earlier, otherwise known as the Blade of Exodus. I'm not sure why it's been given such a name, but it was the Triumvirate's choice. As soon as you take it, please ensure that it never leaves your sight. A guide, Zamira, will be waiting for you on Main Street. He'll guide you to Peregrino, where you'll meet up with Pro, a trusted ally and longtime rebel. From there, Pro will guide you to Mazeo. Pro might seem a bit incompetent at first, but he's simply been following my orders. Having him come here and get you, as Domek originally planned, was much too risky. Instead, I told him to pass time in the tavern until you bring the blade to him. I had Zamira meet him in the dead of night in Valinorth's outskirts to retrieve the blade and bring it to where you are now. This way, no villagers were aware, and there was no chance of complications arising. I'm sure Domek will understand this delay. One final thing. I authorize you with access to Solberg, now that you know its secret. Feel free to stop there on your journey.
Put the letter in my pocket and look at Fortime and Valessa. It seems that our next objective was clear, much better than before. If Milos simply threw us into the wild, we'd get lost immediately.
The Blade of Exodus. That's a bit of a weird name, isn't it? Do you think that's the person who made it?
Or maybe it's a title for whoever wields it. You know, something like Seer or Cirrus. What about it? Should we call you Exodus?
I like the word Exodus more than I like Seer, so...
Don't tell me you're considering it. Come on, we need to blend in, not stand out. Might as well put a huge label on yourself.
All right. Forget I suggested it. Let's get out of here before we waste too much time. We're supposed to meet someone named Zamira, right?
It's sad.
I know them. They typically guard the town gate. No better person to carry out a secret mission in the night. I'm glad we'll have a guide. I was starting to worry we'd get lost.
Yeah. None of us have ever left Valinor before. I'm sure it'll be great. We can even check out Solberg. Grab the Blade Seer. The villagers would never question you.
Never questioned me. I nod. As the seer, they wouldn't care what I carried. But I can understand if they saw an outsider with this blade. Milos' plan of using Zamira was definitely the best course of action. As we venture to Mazeo, however, some people might stare. But we're in a group, so I doubt they'll try anything. I pity the person who picked a fight with the blade of... I pity the person who picked the fight with the Blade of Exodus. I carefully unwrap the package. Yeah. The sight of the weapon causes me to tense up. I can almost feel the pain in last night's vision. Valessa and them, look down, seeing it for the first time. I exchanged glances with them before my eyes returned to the blade. I grip it for the first time, and that's when everything changes. With a blinding flash of white light, I fall back. Landing on the floor, I'm unable to see or move. It isn't much longer until I can't breathe either. I hear Valessa and Fortum call out to me, but as my senses are robbed, their shouts slowly fade. A series of visions plays out before me, and I can do little but watch.
You mean this was all just a trap? No, I don't believe it. I'm not giving up.
That's Fortum.
To think all of that was stored in this. After we tell the people, everything will change.
I don't know who this is.
We will aid you in this fight, but you are no longer a rebellion. Today, you become something much more.
Definitely haven't heard this voice yet. It's way too deep.
Wait! Think about what you are doing. Without us, there is no freedom.
That's the 3 hooded people?
Don't worry, nothing personal. Just playing with the hand I've been dealt.
That's not Pro, right? I forget Pro's voice. That's not Pro. Was it Pro? I don't think so. The shadowed man approaches me with a dagger in his hand. I can't fight back. I can just watch as he sinks into my gut. That is Pro? Ah, shit. Soon after, I'm paralyzed on the ground. I can hear him laughing. Card joke. I gasp for air as I grip the spot where he stabbed me. Felissa and Tortum let out huge sighs of relief. In my other hand, I hold the blade of Exodus tightly. I throw it across the room as I slowly regain my breath. They help me rise to the sitting position. The concern on their face is clear. Thankfully, I'm able to relax before they decide to question me.
What happened?
It gave me visions.
Wait, how is that possible? The spirits are the ones who give visions. Could it have something to do with your energy?
Valessa, it doesn't matter. For now, we just need to make sure he's safe.
Oh, right, sorry. Will you be okay? Can you move? Good. I'm glad to hear. Miles left a change of clothes for you. It was tucked underneath the blade, see?
She points to the package that held the blade. Resting there is a set of battle-ready clothing. Battle-ready clothing? It better be protecting the gut, because, you know, you got stabbed in the gut like twice today. Twice! A holster or scabbard is built into the back.
Maybe Milos knew that touching it was risky. If you wear this outfit, you can sheath the blade. It might be best to conceal it and minimize contact.
Wait, then why didn't he tell us that? Seems like a stupid thing to leave out.
I guess you have a point. Oh, well, I'm glad that things are fine. You should go get changed, Seer.
She tilts her head to an alcove at the back of the grand tree. I guess it would provide sufficient privacy, so I grabbed the clothes. They turned their backs to me as an extra gesture of consideration. Looks like a mixture of Valessa's and Fortume's outfit. How the hell do you mix those two? Made of flexible material, it was clearly ready for a fight. Scabbard is adjustable. I could position it for my dominant hand. Is this important? Am I gonna die if I don't pick one of these? Do I just, like, the enemy's coming from the left side? Do you grab your blade? Yes. You couldn't grab it in time or something. I don't fucking know. Well, I'm right-handed. But, like, if I'm right-handed, do you fight with your right hand? Like, is it like holding a baseball bat? Is it like you like hold the baseball bat on the dominant side? Because you definitely don't do it on the left side. I haven't played baseball in forever. I actually don't know. I tilted to the right for easy access with my right hand. Not that I expected to be touching the blade at all too often. When the rest of the outfit is on, I walk back out in the open.
That looks really good on you. A lot more fitting than that fancy suit.
You fight with the right hand? Listen, I wouldn't know.
That's everything we need then? I mean, aside from the blade.
Yeah, I've been walking around in a suit this whole time. It's crazy. We all look to where I threw it earlier. Before we left, I'd have to touch it again. I can sense the anxiety within my friends.
Look, whatever happens, we're here for you.
Are you not gonna tell them about the vision? Could have worded that a bit better. He could have worded that a bit better, but there was truth to it. It was such a shock last time because I didn't expect it at all, but I was the seer of Valinor. I was meant to wield this blade. I slowly walk towards it, kneeling down when I get there. Whatever happened this time, I wouldn't let it control me. As I grab it, I remind myself that I am one with the spirits. The white light overtakes me again, but that's all. I can still move, breathe, and sense my surroundings. Deep within me, I feel connection, defying explanation. It's beautiful, and I would like to stay this way forever. Unfortunately, the feeling soon turns into something more. In a matter of seconds, the source of beauty is one of fright. I quickly sheathe the blade to prevent any damage. Whatever that was, doing it for too long would hurt me. It seems that using this blade would require some practice.
Well, that looked fine to me. You didn't end up on the floor, at least.
Still hurt me, I need to take it easy.
Whoa, really? Milas was right then. It takes strength. Remind me not to touch that thing anytime soon.
I'm curious to learn more about it. Like, where it came from and who made it. Hopefully we figure that out along the way.
I want to meet Exodus!
Should we get going?
I bet he's purple.
Or is there anything else we need to do?
We're supposed to meet Zamira on Main Street, but we should save that until we're ready to leave. One last look around Valinor couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Wouldn't want to leave anything behind.
New feature, Party Banter, has been unlocked. Banter. Following this text box, a brief tutorial will display. Previous areas of Valinor had been updated. While you talk to your party members, you can also talk amongst themselves. They can also talk amongst themselves. Icon on the top right show which combination of characters is looking to talk. Press A while hovering over the icons to listen on that party banter. You can now leave Valinor via the world map. Interacting with the icon near exit will meet up with Zamira. The icon leading to Main Street will function as normal. I bet he's dead. Probably. So this is the mayor, and then these two. Let's see what these two are talking about.
Wow, it's so beautiful inside the Grand Tree. Too bad they rarely let the scribe in training come here. I wish I had more time to spend in Valinor.
Actually, that's not a scribe in training rule. It was more like a Fortum rule. No offense.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're not exactly a quiet person. This is a sacred place, and silence is essential.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have been quiet, I promise. Just like when I go to the library.
Hey, I don't make up the rules. But honestly, I wish I would have fought it. I didn't realize our time here would be so limited. I thought we'd be here until we were old and gray. But to think that Valinor would just be a small face? You're not the only one who has regrets, Fortune.
Damn.
At least you were allowed inside. I was kept out because of my big mouth.
Speaking of,
I guess I'm the only one to blame. I'll try to watch my mouth from now on.
Aw.
I give you 10 minutes, tops.
Hey!
Alright, that's done. Alright, let's see what the mayor is talking about. Oh wait, Shane! Shane paced around his prison cell, feeling the walls, looking for any structural weaknesses, anything he could use. He'd been in here for too long, and isolation was messing with him.
There's gotta be something.
Oh! I thought he was
supposed to break out of here ages ago. This mission is a bust. Dominic must be worried sick.
He knocked on the hard wall of the cell and found nothing. He'd been there ever since Dominic assumed control of the rebellion. His objective was to get caught on purpose and scan their castle. but his intel would do little good if this was his final resting place.
Come on, you need to do this. Nobody else has come through here and lived. You're gonna be the first, Shane. I know it.
A voice sounds from the doors of the prison. Sobi enters, laughing at what he just witnessed.
Looks like you're taking this worse than I thought. I need to talk with you, Shane, so come close.
And what makes you think I'll listen?
Damn. Bratty much?
You haven't yet broken out the torture. But trust me, you're walking a fine line.
Wait, he hasn't broken out the torture and they found stuff out already? Damn.
Whatever, just make it quick. I hate the sound of your voice.
But his
That and
voice
I
is
was
nice.
enjoying my time alone.
You really don't care whether you live or die. Good. I like that in a potential soldier of mine.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Name your weapon proficiencies.
You're the one who caught me, Sophie. You should know full well what weapons I use.
I said proficiencies. Remember how easily I took you down?
Fine. I'm good with a bow. I can play with daggers too, but not as well. Just give me some arrows and point to a target.
Shane felt a sense of hope rise within him. If Sobi tried to recruit him, he could gain more intel. It wouldn't be hard to miss his shots on purpose. Unfortunately, his hopes were immediately destroyed.
Good. I'll have no problem finding you a bow. We're leaving on a mission, so follow me. You'll be seeing your allies sooner than you thought. Wait, are you smiling? Shane, I don't think you know what's happening. Taking you with me? This is your punishment.
Huh?
Yes. I'll line up a few of your allies. Then you'll show me how well you handle a bow. If you don't obey, I'll make you suffer.
Damn.
And if you do obey, well, your friends will think you've defected. They'll give up all hope of rescuing you. Then
So what's
I can
worse?
keep you here
Hurting
as
your
long as
friends
I
and maybe not getting help?
I know you may
Or
not
getting
fear
yourself
death,
hurt?
Shane,
Probably.
which is why
Sorry.
I'll give you something far
Rather
worse.
keep your friends safe and then let yourself get tortured.
Now, come with me. There's much to discuss. And remember what will happen if you disobey.
Alrighty, that's done. Let's go to different parts. Anything here? Anything new? No. Anything new here? Yes.
Hey, Fortum. Remember those apples you used to love?
Yeah, how could I forget? You can't get them anymore, though. The Triumvirate put a trading ban on Mazeo.
Remember that time I tricked you? I painted a bunch of rocks red and put them in a basket. I told you the trading ban was lifted. You were ecstatic.
Yeah, and that was really mean. My parents used to give them to me before, you know. That made me cry more than you'd think.
Aw.
Yeah, and I just wanted to apologize. This whole ordeal has me thinking about the past. I wish I spent my time in Valinor a bit better.
Oh, well, I accept your apology. Better late than never, right?
Yeah, of course. Once we get to Mazeo, I'll buy you some for real. An apology is lame. I'm gonna make up for what I did.
Alrighty, that's done. Town Square? Just gotta make sure I get all of them, you know? Yes, there's some more information.
So, this might be the last time we see the town square. Is there anything we should do before we go?
I guess one last drink would be nice. The water from Valinor is always so pure.
Water?
Wanna share some with me, Valessa?
Drink? That's not what I thought when you said
Sure.
drink.
We can use the cups I left here earlier.
Gotta walk
I
away
was just
drunk,
finishing my
let's
water
do it.
run when we all met up.
So, what should we toast to?
Toast?
Yeah, and this is a big day, right? We should probably drink to something, especially if it's the last time we might be here.
Oh, let's see. What about new beginnings? Or something like being with friends?
What about new beginnings with friends? I think that's rather fitting for us.
Oh, I got Steam to work on my laptop. Oh, seriously? Let's go, Gray? Let's do it? Let's get it? What games you trying to grab?
Sounds good to me. To new beginnings with friends.
Gray, we should play Binding of Isaac
Their
together.
bonds never break.
You don't have to buy it. There's a remote play. If my internet wants to let it work. You downloaded Mining Night. Let's go. Yes. And they're all done. Any money to buy some games? Fair, fair, but what are you looking at? What are you thinking about? We'll go back to Damek. The tunnels underneath Mazeo were quiet, almost eerily so. Grizz and Damek met in secret, not deep enough to run into any trouble. Any further though, and would cross paths with the Triumvirix Honor Guard.
I guess that settles it. The deed is yours. You have lots of work to do, Damek. What comes first?
Lots of dusting, I presume. Though there's something odd about these tunnels. The Honor Guard has no need to eat, sleep, or socialize. Being empty suits of armor, they need none of that. But go any deeper and you'll see an entire hideout. Bedrooms, training rooms, a library, and more.
I should probably end stream after I do these last two dialogue sections.
Maybe that's why they never found
3
what
hours
we
is
were
not that
after.
bad.
They were too busy building some sort of utopia.
Utopia, damn. You don't know? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know either. I've been going through Steam every once in a while, trying to get games to download because I'm bored, and Val is like the only thing that really keeps my interest for a long time. So I've been struggling. And stream. Yeah, it's currently 3 a.m. Gray. I love you. Not 3 a.m. It's 2 a.m. And then after these dialogues, it's probably gonna be like 2:30. And like talking as well in between each dialogue. So it'll be like 2:30. It's been 3 hours. Probably gonna end it after these two dialogues with Sylvie and Grizz and this kid. It's only 11. Great, it's only 11 for you.
It'll be easy to fortify against attacks. They've practically done it for us already. I just wish I knew why. It's so peculiar.
I have a theory of my own, actually.
And what is that?
You know how those things are created, yes?
I also have
Grand
packing to do
Inquisitor
tomorrow,
and that
so
life-stealing sword. Well, he was at my side when we occupied
PST
Mazeo.
time zone is the only real time zone. Time isn't even real, okay? But I have packing to do tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun.
I see.
The members of the Honor Guard
Going
that
on
wander
a
these
trip
tunnels.
in our favorite
I
rocket
think
ship.
they're the spirits of those we killed, Damek. Perhaps they just want to continue living.
Perhaps.
It's heartbreaking.
That's
Says the person with a sheep around your neck. Unless there's just predators in this world. But there was a goat.
I'd hate the Triumvirate.
So I'm confused. Yeah, I leave on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I have a party to go to on Saturday, so I have to pack tomorrow, or I just won't do it.
Through their progress.
I also gotta look for my laptop case.
A theory with merits, I'll give you that much. But now we found what you're after, what happens? I think you should tell me what you really want with it.
You can think all you want, but it won't happen. Just know that I'm looking to make up for something. I can never undo the occupation.
I have something in my eye.
But I
This
have
hurts.
an idea.
You have an idea, Grizz. What
Very
is it?
well. Whenever you're ready. As long as I have the deed, I'm satisfied. When the seer arrives, however, I'd love to hear more.
You're so screwed. Sophie, let's go. Sophie stood in front of the castle. With Shane on his side, everything was set in motion. Halen was late, likely learning the same truth from his masters. But as soon as he arrives, their plan of attack would
We
commence.
can sail to Mazeo in under a day. There's a ship waiting for us at the Balteus docks. As soon as Halen arrives, we'll be free to go.
Odd choice of words. I highly doubt I'll be free to go. Though I'm a little excited that Halen is coming along. He was much better than you. More threatening as well.
Shane, this isn't about being threatening. It's about who can put their foot down when they need to. Halen is all talk. Lots of promises, but no follow-through.
Right, of course. Thanks for the heads up. I'll remember that next time he tries interrogating me. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you didn't like him.
What?
I doubt he's long for this world. A Grand Inquisitor needs to be more than talk. That, and I work much better when I'm alone.
Yeah, alone, sure.
Working alone, huh? I don't think that's a very good idea. What if you get into a bind? Who'd help you then?
I don't get into binds, Shane. I'm more in the habit of putting them on others.
Oopie.
Yeah, we'll see how
Sophie
far
is
that gets
just
ya.
angsty.
So, what's the plan anyway?
He just needs like a proper
Valinor?
hug, you know?
You want the blade back. Halen made it pretty clear.
Now, why would I tell you that? Don't assume camaraderie between us.
Fine, fine. Just trying to get involved.
So you can write to your rebel friends, no doubt. Don't try anything, Shane. I'm watching you.
Don't try
Besides,
anything, Shane.
Valinor is an insignificant part of our plan.
Gray, I'm not
When we're
sure
finished,
hugging is the only thing you want
Alestia
from Pro.
will be forever changed.
I mean, what? I didn't say that. Alright. I think that might be it. Great. Not denying dying, but not denying. I know you're not. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna end it. Let's put some music while I figure out who to raid. Let's do this song. We had maggots. What do you mean maggots? Alright. Let's see. Maybe there's someone else streaming this game. There's other furries playing this game. We could try it. Well, they're a bit bigger, but you know. Should we raid someone else in this game category? Oh, rip. That's unfortunate. Or is it bad? Is it bad? Is it good? I don't know. I think, don't you want worms in your compost, or am I dumb? Just bad 40 minutes? Aw, fair. Should we raid a normal one of the people that I normally raid, or should I raid someone new within this game category? There's only 2 people in this raid category. Oh, fair. I'm just gonna raid someone we've raided before. We're gonna raid Red. Red's a cool dude, cool person. I do appreciate y'all coming in and vibing. I love you guys. I love you, Gray. Gray, you had a little too much fun with the furry game today, but you know, it's fine. I had fun too. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and be nice to Red. Ciao.
Machine